Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to night two. Hopefully, my voice can hold up. Actually, yesterday I did I believe, 8 hours of podcasting on three different shows. But tonight, it's the Triple B Experience slash Steelers Dynasty podcast. The Steelers will be up pretty soon. The WWE draft is also in session. It's a draft night, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back and enjoy. I'm going to be talking football, wrestling, pop culture, everything on this show. I'm going to combine both shows into one because I got them on all the platforms. So people just sit back, watch wrestling, WWE, watch the NFL Network or ESPN for the draft, and we can talk, take some questions, concerns, comments. And if you would like to come on, hey, maybe you'll get an invitation. So everybody stay tuned for the Triple B Experience.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Oh, wrong one. Here we Okay, everybody, welcome back. Like I said, I was doing 7 hours, almost 8 hours of podcasting yesterday when we had the MegaCast Pittsburgh Steelers draft with the 20th pick. We took that offensive tackle. I jumped on NFL Banner Elite and hung out with Freight Train and the artist man in Philly, Rich Smoke. And then, out of the craziness, and I don't know what come over me, I decided to jump on Mark from Steelers Nation Australia sent me an invitation, and I'm telling you right now, guys, when it's international, I'm on, and I was on his show, reaction after the Steelers draft pick yesterday for about 3.5 hours. I got done about 4:30, something to 5, and actually I went to work, and I've been working all day, and I got home, and we are going to do a live show tonight where we're going to see here pretty soon who the Pittsburgh Steelers will be drafting. I will be taking the clicker and turning it to WWE and see who the draft is, who they're drafting. So it's a draft night. We're going to talk some independent wrestling. There's some many shows this weekend. There's a lot of stuff going down around the Pittsburgh area. It's a nice day. It's a Friday night. Kick back with a beverage. Hopefully you got your beverage if you live in Indiana County with these people right here.
There's a new cat in town. Formerly known as Clymer Beverage, the newly remodeled Alley Cat Beverage is located in the heart of Clymer. Still carrying all of your traditional beverages, Alley Cat Beverage also offers all of the newest flavors, brands, and novelties, including slushies and popsicles. From the gridiron to the back porch swing, Alley Cat has your favorite beverage in stock and ready for any occasion. Stop in and see the new cat in town. Back the alley where all the cool cats go.
Alley Cat.
Hey, everybody, that's right. If you live in Indiana County, you go out to Clymer, Pennsylvania, and hit out Alley Cat Beverage, proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience, Steelers Dynasty podcast show, and the APWF show in June. So as of right now, the Steelers, we are at 44th pick in the NFL draft. The Raiders are up. I could care less about the Raiders. Let's go to some comments. Hey, Pepper, what's up? And she asked me if I slept yet. Actually, no, I did not. But I am not as good as Mark and the boys from Steelers Nation Australia. I got water here, and there's no alcoholic beverages in it. I probably should get some because it could be another long night, and I don't know when I'm tapping out. But I figured I was going to do this because the Steelers are in the house, wrestling, and also, you know what? I got on social media, and Stevie Ray from formerly half of Harlem Heat actually wrote back to me because I asked him what he thought about the Steelers' first-round pick. He actually has an interview on the Triple B Experience. You can catch it in the archives. Stevie Ray from Harlem Heat, WWE Hall of Famer, said, the Steelers are good on skill positions, so you have to build up that offensive line. That's what he says, people. Yeah. Kenny, what's up? Damn. Guess we're going to go for Frazier. We'll have to see. We will have to see. That's right. Harlem Heat. So let me get to some Facebook stuff. I'm watching back and forth. I'm going WWE. AJ Styles is in the house going against Cody. I think they're doing a signing because they are on the next pay-per-view. The Raiders were up. I do not like the Raiders. The black hole is what they are, and that's what it'll be. Hopefully the Steelers get that center. Everybody, Pepper, thank you so much. Can you dig it? That's right, Kenny. Kenny, thanks for coming on last night, man. Your Steeler knowledge. Kenny is the host of the Steelers halftime report. He does it every Steeler halftime. If you guys want to get a hold of him, get a hold of him on Facebook. He has thousands of people that tune in to his Steelers halftime show. So Kenny will be back on the Steelers Dynasty podcast periodically throughout the year. He'll definitely be on when we do the mega cast and we actually pick Steelers victories, which I'll probably go 17-0. So yeah, it's a long day. It has been a long day. I can't believe I'm still doing this. Like I was just gonna do I usually do 9 o'clock, but you know what? I got 39 people on YouTube. Please hit like and subscribe to, oh, my pleasure, brother. No, that's what I'm all about, brother. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to all my podcast shows. I got 2 of them. I combined them tonight. Check out my buddy in Australia, Mark, Steelers Nation Australia, Steelers Realm podcast. Check out Shane, with his West Virginia show. So let me get to some Facebook, and I got to turn the thing off here. So it's been crazy day. Big Mike is in the house. Big Mike from Imagine Wrestling. Big Mike, how you doing? Hopefully, Braden is actually getting better, and he's superhuman. And Burns, if you want to come on, 93 Fans says Georgie Animal Steel in a second. Is that after the green tongue, Burns, or before the green tongue? He was a professor, right? And like Fabe says, the Undertaker had a cabin up in Brookville. Yeah, I was talking to you, Burns, and you hung up on me today. So I'm going back to the NFL draft, and we shall see what's going on. The Raiders were up, so we'll go from there. I think I can do a split screen. I'm not sure. So, actually, the Carolina Panthers are up. So, hey, Braden's ready to go to a concert tomorrow night to be 22 again. Oh, my God. You ain't kidding, man. Go to I feel like I'm 22 right now, Big Mike, because I did almost, I worked, lifted, and did almost 8 hours of podcasting on 3 different shows and went to work today, and now I'm back. Like, I'm fucking ridiculous. Like, this is ridiculous. And I went out and got some posters for the APWS show, which I'll be talking about periodically throughout the night. June 23rd, everybody in Indiana County, man, come on down Sunday, get your tickets. Go to www.apwfwrestling.com. I'll put it across the banner here momentarily, but the Panthers selection is in. They're probably getting another receiver to compensate with Dante Johnson with his big, massive touchdown catches. Bye-bye, Dante. So we are at 46. Will the Steelers draft up? It's hard to say. The Giants are on the board. Paul, thanks for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, I got you guys got the YouTube. You guys can jump on there. This is the Experience channel, but I'm also doing the Steelers. I'm combining it tonight, guys, because of the Steelers draft. Pulp culture, we'll shoot some pulp culture and we'll do some wrestling. The Panthers selection, if they're at 46. We got 5 to go, and it'll be the first Steeler pick of the night. I think I'll just keep going because I'm not going to work tomorrow because they took running back Jonathan Brooks out of Texas. Burns, if you want to jump on, seriously, you want to shoot the shit, brother. Steele, what's up? He said Brooks, running back Frazier might drop to Pittsburgh. No running back, Steele. Center. Center. Yeah, center. Oh, Frazier. I'm sorry. I'm reading it right now. Sorry, I'm a little slow today. Still, I've been doing this late and working. Frazier might drop. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the YouTube, Facebook, wherever you guys are at, when the Steelers draft, if they get it, which center do they get? I believe JPJ is still out there, right? If we take Frazier, I'm telling you, I think Frazier's a lot better. Like Shane said, he's a little bit more intelligent. Burns, I know you're not doing nothing. You want to pop on? We could talk football all night, Burns. I might have to go down and get a break and maybe get some Iron Cities or something. Okay, hold on, Steele. I'm going to see. Hold on. Oh, okay. Thanks, Steele. I don't know. I just jumped on. Okay, then Frazier it is. Unless they go with a receiver or somebody, if the Giants, Jacksonville, Cincinnati, and Washington take him before us. I don't know. But hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. These draft shows are crazy, or any kind of show is crazy. And like I said, gear down. Actually, the Steelers' number one pick was actually in Pittsburgh today. He will be at Heinz Field tomorrow with Cam Hayward. If you got tickets are $15. You can tour the stadium. Me and Gifford went there a couple years ago. I was on the field and I called Fabian from the press box, and the son of a bitch didn't answer because he thought it was a prank call. But I was in the press box calling him. It's documented. It's actually there's a picture of me in the press box, and actually my big Dago ass on the field, without having security to take me off. So the Giants pick is up. Jacksonville on deck. So we shall see. This could be a very interesting Steeler draft. Very interesting. And last night when we took the tackle, I was okay with that until I read an article from Merrill Hodge that said Barton was a better lineman and reminded him of DeMonte Dawson. And I do like Merrill Hodge and his football analysis. He actually called it right with Vince Young many years ago, and Williams, the Chicago Bears quarterback, said he was trash. Burns, seriously, jump on, man. You want to come on, man? We'll shoot the shit. My ratings will go up. Seriously, are you scared? Come on, Burns. I'm telling you. If Brian Burns jumps on, my ratings are going to go skyrocketing, and Howard Stern's probably going to sign me to a deal. Probably. And Shane, if you're out there, brother, you want to pop on too, that's cool too. I'll send you an invite. I bet you I got Burns' email, people. 1-800, leave me alone. So I'm still waiting. The Giants is in. Shane. Burns, what's your, I bet you it's Brian something. No. Shit. Give me your email, Burns. Quit being a damn, I can't say the word on here. As much as I like to. Shane, I gave you a link, brother. I know you're probably busy. I mean, you can't live on podcasts all the time. So, and if you want to pop on, I'll send you. I'm going to send Burns another one. Give me your email. Morty, if you're listening in Florida and you're out at the bar watching hockey, I'll give you a link, Morty. You can jump on too, because this could be a long night with the Steelers with 2 more picks after this one. We got 3. We got one here pretty soon, so that could be a couple hours. And I know people aren't going to listen to me all night, and I got nothing to do on a Friday night, really. I truly don't. I mean, I usually start at 9 o'clock. I went a little bit early. I was getting ready to go. I want to see the Steelers pick like everybody else does, And we'll talk, whatever. We'll talk whatever I feel about talking about. I mean, people probably are out and about, but I'm trying to get some people to come on. Anybody wants to come on, you guys are more than welcome. It doesn't have to all be about me. So the Giants pick is in. You guys are probably a little bit ahead of me. I know, Steele, you got better internet than me, but I do have good internet. So you might be 10 seconds ahead of me. Come on, Burns. Don't be a pansy. Come on. Quit watching and jump on. I think you're scared. Wow, Tiki Barber. Wow. Okay. Well, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Please hit subscribe to my experience if you never have. It's pulp culture, wrestling, all kind of stuff, stories, and then the Steelers Dynasty podcast, where I do talk all Steelers. But I figured tonight, when it's the experience show, I figured I'd combine a draft special. Okay, the Giants pick safety Tyler Nubin out of Minnesota. I have no idea who he is, and nor do I care. Because I don't think we're getting any type of corner right now. I think we're going to take, like Steele says, and I hope we do. I'll be very, very happy. Frazier can go right in. We are 3 away from the Steelers draft, second round pick at number 51. Do they feel a little apprehensive? Do they trade up a spot? We shall see. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Come on, guys, hit subscribe at Steelers Nation Australia. If you see this logo, give them a like, man. Mark does a phenomenal job, guys. He was doing 8 hours of Steeler podcasting yesterday, and it was good. His panel was funny, and I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be on a podcast at 4:30 in the morning, and I had to go to work at 5, get ready and go to work at 5:30, and went to work all day. That is as crazy as it sounds. So Jacksonville's pick is in, ladies and gentlemen. Jacksonville, I'm not a big Jacksonville fan because I remember the playoffs when it was 45. Oh, here we go. Fucking right. I eat pink. That's not your fucking email. That's not your email, Burns. Burns, come on, give me your real email. That's not it. It's not ieatpink@gmail.com. That is not your email, Burns. Give me your goddamn email. Come on, college, dude. Come on. I mean, there's a couple words you can't say, Burns. It's the Howard Stern thing. It's the George Carlin 7 do nots. Okay, Mason Smith, defensive tackle, LSU, went to Jacksonville. Oh, hey, I got 50 people watching. Oh, yeah. One of these days, I might make $1 out of this podcasting stuff, and I can quit my day job and promote professional wrestling and do podcasting. Okay, now the Cincinnati Bengals are up. Cincinnati blows, as we all know they do if they're in our division, and anybody in our division sucks. So I'm going to give a shout out to Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk, Larry and the boys. I think they had a show recently. Oh, there's Tony Khan and his neck brace. Boy, is he selling that like a mother. That is so funny. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know, the owner's son, Tony Khan, is the owner of AEW, and he got the shit kicked out of him in wrestling Wednesday night and shows up to the NFL draft with a neck brace on. Oh, he's working the gimmick, working it, waiting for Burns. Hey, I gave you the link. You want to jump on? If you ain't doing nothing, come on. I'm trying to get Burns to come on. That prick won't come on. Yeah, I thought that was funny too. And then he said he talked about WWE being the Harvey Weinstein of whatever. Oh, can I say that? Well, I just did. Oh, I don't know who that is. Is that Kajana Carter's wife? I'm not sure. Looks like Roger Goodell slept in his clothes. I understand the feeling because I went to sleep. I might have slept a little bit, and I woke up right here at this desk last night after doing being a special guest on Steelers Nation Australia. The Bengals are in. Washington might be up. Let's see who Cincinnati takes. I'm kind of curious because they did take the Mims, the tackle from Georgia. Now I'm going to tell you guys, I am not a big college person. I don't know a lot of college players and a lot of stats. I'm trying to get Mr. Brian Burns on, but I think he's a chicken to actually come on, because that is no way that his email is that. And he's a prick. I'm giving him an opportunity, guys, and he won't come on. But Burns does know his college. Oh, God bless you. Hi, Shane.
Hey, Bubba.
Dude, you're not going to believe it. I jumped on NFL Elite Banner last night. And
I saw that.
And then I jumped on Steelers Nation Australia.
Oh, after that.
After that, until 4:30 in the morning. And Mark wanted to get a hold of you, and I was like, "Oh, Mark, he's probably sleeping." And it was
No, I went to bed right after that. I mean,
I wish
I would have jumped on, but
oh, they pumped you up last night. They love you, man. You are a celebrity in Australia. Oh,
that's great.
They loved you. Yeah. It was like 3.5 hours. And then I know you're gonna be mad, but then I went to work, and then now look what I'm doing. So, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. No, look, I got 51 people watching on YouTube right now, brother. 51
Get the
people.
hell out of here. 51 people.
51 people. That is the most, and it's still on. You want to
well,
pick the
guys.
table there. Well, I tried to get Burns to come on, and you know what his email is?
What?
His email cannot be this. His email is ieatpink@gmail.com. There is no way that's his email. But I'm going to try it. Maybe it is. I don't know. You never know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's it. I don't know. I can't. I don't.
Nah, no.
Yeah,
I don't see
yeah.
the. I don't
see
see
the
other than
resemblance,
we both
Kenny.
have beards.
Yeah. Well, the Redskins pick is in, Shane. The Steelers. I know you probably don't have a TV camera in front of you there, but
I do. I'm going here.
Oh, okay. Well, the Steelers pick. The Steelers are up next. So, and I'm also the WWE is also doing a draft, so I'm gonna have to try to split my TV screen in half. And Steele says Frazier, this could happen. Your boy from West Virginia could be a Pittsburgh Steeler here momentarily. I'm happy with that.
No, I'm hoping 51, buddy.
Yeah.
I just can't. I work in my office all week, and I just don't want to spend Friday night in my office. So
hear
that's why
you.
I'm up upstairs.
No, I hear you. I can't believe my Tammy's like, what are you doing? And she's like, did you go to? I was like, no, Tam. I said I was international last night. I felt like an international star.
So what they say? They like the
Oh,
show, or they
love us.
Me love or
No,
Pete?
they were giving you love. They were giving you props. Me and you, we were like peanut butter and jelly. They said, and they're like, Mark's like, Bubba, just keep doing what you're doing. And they were drinking too, man. They were partying. I was sober. I was like, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, I could tell.
Man.
See, Mark gets the old sleepy eyes when he's been drinking. He's like,
oh, he had some bottle look like a bottle of Jack Daniels. Yeah. Now we're down to 48. 48 is still good.
My stand is a little limp. I need some blue pills.
Oh, well, I never taken any.
There,
of them,
fireside chat, Shane. There we go.
There you go. Oh, that's awesome. It's like
it's
like you're a dignitary. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just need a smoking jacket. You know,
I'm glad you come on. I know you got stuff to do and stuff. I mean, but
no, you know what I did today? I took the day off. I took my son to the doctor, and then ran his ass back up to school, and then I mowed.
You mean you wouldn't let him have the day off after the doctor's?
Yeah, a kid misses too much school.
Oh, gotcha.
He's like, but I went 4 days last week.
I was going to call, and you know what the funny part about it is, Shane? I was going to call off because Mark is like, Bubba, just call off, and he said it on his podcast, and I'm like, Mark, I can't because I shared your show on my Facebook to have people watch, and I go, I can't because they'll be like, Bubba, you had a show and you called off, and I was like, I had to go to work. Okay, Steelers are on the clock. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Steele. You could be right. You could be right. You could be right, Steele. I'm Steele will probably give it to us because he got better internet. So, and I'm trying to get Burns on, and he and you know what's the difference tonight is there's more people on Facebook, which I love, than on the Facebook. And I put it on everything. I put both channels on tonight. I did both.
Shitbags off. We're weaning them off of.
Well, no.
another thing is
well, no. Well, there's a lot of people. Matt's in the house. Chris Anderson, Aaron King, our sound guy. Aaron, you're going to be the sound guy for the APWF on June. Fabian's on the hill. Bones Dravicki's in the house. Ralph Williams. Ralph, I got something for you here, Ralph, before the Steelers pick here, because I know Ralph, there he is right there. Ralph Williams and Smoking Jim Frazier. I liked your picture with Charlie Batch last night at Stage AE. Ladies and gentlemen, in Beaver County, you can listen to Ralph and Smoking Jim every Tuesday between 4 and 6. Now at 5:30, he goes right into professional wrestling if you're a wrestling fan, but he also talks football. Lisa Fabian's in the house. The heel is strong, so that means Shane Brandenburg is popping in sooner or later. And anybody that wants to come on, they can give me their email, and I'll be on for a while. You can drink. You know what? They did it in Australia last night. They were partying like rocks. They were fucked up. Mark was drinking, like, it looked like he was drinking Jack and Cokes. He was drinking little Jack bottles. Something, man. Yeah, the hill is present. They won't come on.
Yeah,
Shane might come on. Brandenburg. Shane, if you want to come on, Shane can come on and promote his Aflac. And you guys can contact Shane, Shane Brandenburg Shane Brandenburg at us.aflac.com. Shane's been an Aflac member for about 15 years, selling insurance all over the East Coast. Got a good cancer plan and stuff like that. And if you live in the Indiana County area, see Shane Brandenburg, contact him on Facebook. Shane knows everybody in 3 counties over. So, and you can get a hold of him and he can give you a good deal on some insurance. And he's also a proud sponsor of the APWF show on June 23rd. And I'll be plugging that. You know what I did today? I went to fucking UPS and got 40 fucking posters. I got 50 posters. And there was a fucking a blemish on the poster for the prices. And that girl, when she made the first copy, she didn't look through it. And then she just run it through. And I had to still pay I still paid it. And then I was like, I kept my cool, I'm not going to say who we took because I don't want to
guys.
I'll let you say it.
They picked Zach Frazier.
There we go.
From West Virginia University.
I'm fucking ecstatic with that.
We've been preaching the gospel, Zach Frazier, for
You've been preaching the gospel
weeks.
Because you got some inside information on Frazier.
Yeah,
due to your West Virginia connections.
I actually, Bubba, I'm not a big jersey guy, but I might pick his jersey up.
I bet you will because it's double combo.
Yeah,
Let's see what number. What number do you think he'll be?
I don't know.
Ricky,
what he'll take. But there's some video of him wrestling. Look at him just slapping that guy around. Just my gosh,
wrestler. Dan Speck's in the house at bar 155 present. There's 2 places of alcoholic establishments at the Hill, unless they're all at one. Sometimes they congregate to one place.
Where's that bar 155? Where's that at?
Bar 155 is on the Hill. The Hill is a community about 25 minutes away. They have their own laws, and they just get up there and they watch a lot of Pirate games. And
where is this at?
Past Marion Center.
Okay.
Yeah,
I figured.
Well, that's where Fabe lives up there in the Hill.
Yeah, I figured that's what you're calling it. So I thought it was actually.
No, that's what they call it. It's an all one place kind of place. They don't have a convenience store, but they do have a lot of sarsaparillas. But yeah, Fabe. Well, Mike Fabian will not see the first or the second, third pick because he'll be sleeping. So they got Frazier wrestling right now. I'm happy with this one. Oh, look at Tomlin. He's clapping away. I don't know anybody else. Look at that. Rooney looks like he's cold, like he needs a fucking shawl or something.
He can. This guy Frazier can start immediately.
Yeah. There we go. Jackson Johnson. What's up, Steeler Nation? Thank you.
Hey, Jackson. We didn't have a show tonight because Joey was under the weather. So
you had a show tonight too?
Well, yeah, we canceled it. Joey had an emergency he had to take care of. I don't know if it
I
was
hope he
health
feels
wise
better.
or
Oh,
yeah,
Pepper's in the
I
house.
couldn't get any information, so we'll just see what happens. Pepper, hey, good to see you.
Okay. How we feeling about Frazier?
Oh,
Ecstatic.
you know
I'm
what,
good.
Pepper,
I'm good,
he's
Pepper.
fantastic. You know,
Oh, Spec says the hot tub's open up there on the hill. They got a hot tub too. Oh, Greg from Size in the house. They have the best fucking nachos, and the peanut butter and jelly wings are legendary in Indiana
peanut
County.
butter jelly wings. That's
Yes.
fantastic.
You ever have them?
I haven't tried
Oh,
the
they're
peanut butter
awesome.
jelly wings.
And their chips, their nacho chips, they bake them right there. And I'm a grande connoisseur,
I,
and Size
I
nacho grande is the best around.
I like their hamburgers a lot. I'd always go there and get a hamburger,
Do you? Oh,
without
okay.
the bread and just eat that. And
Yeah. Well, that's because we're all trying to eat right, and it's hard, But I fell off the wagon a little bit today, though. I did because I didn't get any sleep because I've been doing 8 hours of podcasting.
well, that really screws you up.
Well, yeah. Well, I miss Sheets so much. Well, Pepper, if you were in this place and on 119, it's called Size. There's 2 locations. I know you're not from around Western Pennsylvania. I believe you're living in Texas, but that's cool too. So if you ever fly into Pennsylvania, you could go to the Hill because Bar 155, and you can grab some peanut butter and jelly wings at Size and get some nacho grande and tell them Bubba sent you. So, Greg, hey, I appreciate you coming on, Greg. Greg's been a restaurant and bar connoisseur because he used to own Ranger out for many years, and you know that because your mom used to,
Yeah,
she was a
there.
legendary. Yeah, you probably did some schoolwork there.
Let me tell you a Greg story. I have a Greg story for you.
Oh,
So,
it better be good because Greg will come to my house and kick my ass. He'll knock on
no,
my
it's
door
not a
stuff.
bad story.
Oh, okay.
But I've known Greg so long. I used to walk through the woods because behind Woodlawn, between Raindrop and Woodlawn was pine trees.
Uh-huh.
It was probably
Oh,
6
yeah,
acres of
yeah.
pines.
Uh-huh.
Now Tony has his pasture there, but I used to walk through there, go in there. It would probably be like 2 in the afternoon, so the bar wasn't busy. No one was in there.
Uh-huh.
But
Gotcha.
Greg would allow me to play a couple games of pool, and then I'd buy my mom a pack of cigarettes in the cigarette vending machine,
Okay.
and then walk back.
Okay.
So that's how I knew Greg all those years ago. So
Oh no, me last time I saw Greg, I was at Sheets, and me and him were we were shooting a shit, man, about the old days for like, oh my god, it was pretty good. And oh, hey, get this one. Lisa Fabian said Franny was the best.
yeah,
We need to get your mom on.
April just went. Her birthday was today. She just left to go out to Marion Center to. My mom's going to take her out to eat tomorrow. So
well, happy birthday, Alyssa Henry. Thank you so much for popping on. Yeah, we're still at 53 people live. This is the biggest and longest people that stayed. And it probably says a lot on what people do on Friday nights now, I guess. I don't know.
you know what?
I mean,
Friday nights, I'm watching. I just drove Mitchell up to the hill on top of the hill there, and he tried to call in a turkey to see if it was gonna, where it was gonna roost. He's going turkey hunting tomorrow, so he's sitting there laying a shotgun out and all this other stuff.
What's nice tomorrow? I might mow grass tomorrow. I think my dad, Mike Fabian, will appreciate that because he drives by my house and Fabe bitches because my grass is not cut. And I'm like, thanks, Dad. So I might mow it tomorrow because I'm not going to work tomorrow. I might mow it because my the kid that I have cut the grass. I couldn't bring him tonight because I was doing the podcast early and I was getting posters ready to start putting posters
pick them
out.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just trying to do some stuff. I'm just trying to keep busy. I mean, the girls went down to my oldest stepdaughter Britt's house, and Tam's hanging. The girls are hanging out, so that's cool. There's 275,000 people there. Look at that massive humanity at these drafts.
I'll tell you what, they must be crazy. I don't want to stand there. What happens if you have to take a crap, Bubba? What do you do then?
I think you just pull it down because I don't see any porta johns.
Porta johns.
I don't either. It would take you an hour to go to the porta john, and then you lose your spot.
You hit a point in your life when that's one of the primary things where I'm going to piss and shit.
Right. Well, when you get older, that's what happens. Lisa, hopefully you guys can get a gun and shoot that turkey that's in your driveway. So on the hill, they got wildlife. Well, if you ever been to the Hill Zoo, there's a zoo up on the hill. They have it's like Noah's Ark. They have like two species of every kind. Um, they have like a little. They have a bar and they have like a zoo. And Shane comes over and sells insurance. And now I'm just waiting for the 2024 NFL schedule announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackson. Some of those games in Pittsburgh will be high priced, especially the Kansas. I think Kansas City's playing us at home. That'll be high priced, and the Dallas Cowboy game will be high priced, very high. And let me go back to to see what is going on with WWE draft over there. For my wrestling fans here. That's because it's a commercial, so it's actually not much. So let me see if I can get split screens on this this cable. Lisa, how's your cable coming? That's right, Noah's Ark, Fabe. When God wanted to strike down. So you can get I don't know if you know this, Lisa, you could do a multiple screen. So you could watch 2 baseball games, but I know one will be the Pirates, of course. Okay, you only have 3 connections.
Got into some of my old Army stuff, and he found a breaching kit, and I'm like, my gosh, it's been a
what?
It's you put it on your kit when you're breaching doors, and he's going to take it with him to shoot turkeys. So the turkeys, does he got
a turkey call and stuff like that?
Yeah, he can do the turkey. I can't do a turkey call. People have to call him in for me. I'm terrible.
I remember. Do you remember when you were a kid and remember at school that you could make the turkey calls out of a pop can and people would take it in their mouth and then all day long you would hear turkeys at school?
I remember they took Fox and that lure and they took Red Fox of the urine and they poured it in the heating vents and that stairwell right where the gymnasium was smelled like trash for about 3 months.
Well, Lisa, I try to get a split screen and it's not working for me. So I don't know if it's working over on your end. And I do have good Xfinity cable, but now I don't know what the hell happened. Because you could split the screen and watch 2 things. And now I had to go back. Sometimes, look, I can't really seriously bitch about my cable. As long as I'm watching movies that aren't French. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pull off an upset against the Chiefs. Ooh, well,
and lose the Giants.
Well, I tell you what, Jackson, I saw the Chiefs offense, and that is pretty
Jackson.
stiff.
Jackson should come on. He knows college sports like no other person. Well, this guy
Jackson,
is a savant.
Send me a link. I try to get Brian Burns, and Burns is such a wuss. He wouldn't come on. I think he's afraid because the last time you know what I mean? He was whatever. I'm like, come on, Burns, come on. Alan, thanks for tuning in. Alan's a big Steeler fan. Lisa says, I'll be sleeping before they play tonight. I guarantee that. And I know your brother won't make it past. Well, actually, it's 8:40. He's actually up. Doug Batty, thanks for watching.
That tight end from Kansas State got picked up.
Well, I had to revamp. I had to download my TV now. So that's crazy. But yeah, this is, dude, these, oh, hey, Cato, how you doing? Happy Steeler Day to you. Yeah, this is, it's going pretty good, Doug.
Hey guys.
So, I can't
subscribe.
I can't believe,
right?
Yeah, like and subscribe. Yes. I'm telling you, we're like peanut butter and jelly. That's what we're told in Australia.
In a baseball bat.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Bubba, you were on the show last night. Mark's the only Australian, right?
No, there was another guy called Matty. So there was two people from Australia, and actually there was a guy from Clarion and Katanning, Gene, and this guy would change fucking jerseys every 5 minutes. Like he would change clothes every 5. Not kidding you. And he was a big wrestling fan, and he likes
the Triple B Experience show. Let me get this right. He's in Australia on an Australian show, and he's from Clarion, Katanning area.
Yes. And he's been on, he's listened to our show and he loves it. He said it's great stuff. And he's a big wrestling fan. And he said, June 23rd, man. I'm telling you, the word is out.
We'll do a Mark Rogers shout out or a Mark shout out from good old S&T.
Oh, dude, it was
Bank
funny,
Arena.
man. I was laughing. They were asking me wrestling questions. Gene was like, Bubba, what do you think of the draft? And I'm like, well, I'm okay until I read that article that Merrill Hodge said that Barton was a better lineman and as best as he saw since DeMonte Dawson. And I'm like, oh, please don't tell me that. And I was okay with who we picked. And then I kind of was like, oh, I was kind of bummed out after that. But that was at 2:00 this morning. I'm okay now. I mean, he's in Pittsburgh. He's going to be at the stadium. Oh, I don't know about Thanksgiving because I like to eat turkey and have a good time and not be stressed out during the holidays. And actually, Christmas Eve when the Steelers are playing Christmas Eve, it is kind of a hard thing. Oh, Amanda, The Rock is in the house. Thanks for tuning in, Amanda and Alan, big Steeler fans. Even though their nephew Kal-El is a Buffalo Bills fan, but Kal-El is probably watching the lovely WWE draft. But there's really nothing to tell the world here. It's more of the NFL. I think they just did that the same night as the NFL draft to compete. Spec says, when are we going to draft a new it's not going to happen, Spec. They're going to keep we talked about this last night on Steeler Nation Australia. He's going to retire a Steeler. They are not going to get rid of him. He's a player's coach, but he has not won a playoff game in 6 years, and that is what makes me irritable. And hopefully this year could be the tide. But honestly, too, I give credit where credit's due. He took us into the playoff games with some shitty quarterbacks because now we don't have any of them in our roster. So Michael Hall Jr. went to the Cleveland Browns.
You want me?
Do I want you what? What do you want to do?
I was asking Mitch if he wants me to get him his shelves for the pack.
Next predictions. Alan wants to know the next Steeler prediction, Shane. Who do you think they're going to draft? What position?
Oh, the next one's going to be a cornerback, I think, or receiver.
Well, that's what Alan said, cornerback. And you know what? Either that or receiver. All depends on which athlete is better. There's a lot of receivers in the house. The Eagle Bowl. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, there you go. Well,
yeah, Jackson. I'll tell you what. I've been pretty steady on ESPN, or I'm lying. I'm on the NFL Network now, but
I like the NFL Network better than ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN. Don't get me started on how they're ruining college.
No,
boxers too.
Yeah, although I'm not sure if Texas A&M will take
Miami's.
God, look at all those people.
Coach has like the smoothest suit on. He looks like Leisure Suit Larry.
I'm looking for Porta Johns, and I don't see a one.
That's what I'm looking at too.
I don't see a one, man. I don't see a one. But here, let me get some to promote some of the sponsors. Here we go. Wallbacks Insurance, more choices, more savings in Homer City. Contact Rob Wallback for all your insurance needs. Proud sponsor of the APWF on June 23rd, the first show back since 2010, and we are making headway and we are making impressions. Yes. Let's see. When I was younger, I'll just read that. When I was younger, I loved ESPN. I did too because they had Chris Berman. I don't even watch ESPN anymore. Yeah, I met Chris Berman at the Hall of Fame, and my God, I think he was 6'6". He was huge. Yeah, I mean, I used to like it when they had that Sunday show, when they reviewed all the games, and he's fumbling, bumbling, and when the Buffalo Bills have rounded. Oh, Morty can't come again tonight. My friends cannot come on the show. They talk a good line of shit, but they don't have the balls to come on, Shane.
That's stage fright.
I know. Got our center. Mav said, got our center. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. It's like, yes, we did.
Jackson, I'll tell you what, man. I'm so excited that the Mountaineers had a guy go to the Steelers that I think it's been quite a minute. Amos Zaraway, I think, Mike Logan. I'm trying to think of others.
Oh, well, speaking of Mike Logan, he let me wear his Super Bowl ring. at when Jerome Bettis got inducted. I got a picture with him, and hey, man, I'm an opportunity employer. Like Fabe says I'm an attention whore. I'm an attention-seeking whore. So it's good and bad in all cases. So, but yes, people, thank you guys for sticking around and hanging out with us on a Friday night. You know, we're just shooting shit, cracking jokes, talking about the Steelers draft, talking a little wrestling, you know, cutting up some sponsorship, putting it out there to the masses, talking a little pop culture. I got to see the X-Men last episode. I have not. And really,
did you like that 97?
Yes. Well, they killed Gambit. So, and some of them are dead, and I got to figure out what's going on. So, and like I get an argument with Fabian all the time because Fabe doesn't like. I don't like cartoons, Bubba. You're fucking old. We don't need to be watching. I go, Fabe, you have to watch cartoons because sometimes it's canon in the Marvel universe. Like it is something like they killed. I go, they killed
like
Gambit.
Clone Wars. I'm a big Clone Wars fan.
I am
and
too,
I love
and he don't
Bad
understand
Batch.
that because he bitches. I'm like, you have to watch the Clone Wars. Actually, the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars is one of the best things in Star Wars in a long time since the Mandalorian.
Amen.
And then he looks at me
Amen.
like I'm fucking crazy, and I'm like, what are you?
Well, they're filming. Favreau's filming. Where's he filming that at? I think maybe Australia. He's filming the Mandalorian movie.
Well, maybe I'm not sure. So I don't know.
I got
but
blueberries here, so don't mind me.
I went off my I have my Fitbit. I was down because yesterday before I started my podcast, I got a mile under, like, what was it, 17 or something. I snapped a little picture. You know what I mean? I do that for a little bit of motivation, but I don't go and pose pictures and shit. I don't need to do that. You know what I mean? I know I'm all that in a bag of chips. Not really. But I need a lot of work to do. I want to get down to 265. So
you're down 13.
Yeah, it's a slow, tedious process. I mean, I like to work out and stuff, but you know what's the funny part about it is Planet Fitness has opened up in Indiana County, and they haven't even been open up like 6 months, and they're already closing. Like they're not even open 24/7. They close Yeah, they close your way up there early.
Yeah, they close it. They close it on Friday night. They're open all night, but Saturday and Sunday they close at 7.
Friday night they're closed at 9 o'clock. You got four of the people that work there standing around on their phones. You only need one person to clean the shitter. Like, I don't know. And they said, well, it's a college. College kids don't drive the whole way off campus to go lift in Indiana County. Just saying, people.
Not when they have that fitness facility right on campus.
Yeah, that campus facility is a great place to work out. But I'm also a member at Uptown Fitness, so I can get 24/7. It's open 24/7, so I can lift a little bit. I can lift steel plates and a little bit heavy, but I don't go heavy. I just like a 45-pound bar, and they don't have that at Planet Fitness. Now they have the massage table because my back is all jacked up. Mr. Tap Out's in the house. Hey Donnie, if you want to come on and talk some football, hey buddy. And I know you probably got to go to work. Oh wait, I had him, and I had his comment, and then it disappeared. Mr. Tap Out, getting ready for June 23rd. The return of Mr. Tap Out in Marion Center Zone. I'm telling you what, a lot of people from Marion Center. I went to Sheets in Homer City, man. Word is out that
Jessica bought her tickets, as I mentioned. She was very excited.
Who do you think the Steelers get in round 3? Either a cornerback or receiver.
But cornerback is what my pick
I thought,
is.
I thought actually they take the cornerback that the Eagles, that fast guy. Oh, okay. Donnie says he got to work tonight. He's resting up. He's probably, well, his resting up is because he worked out, bear hugging fucking bulldozers and taking airplanes and throwing them across the parking lot. Oh, we got the Cowboys, the shittiest Cowboys. Look at those guys. They need to punch. They need to punch that dude, that guy in a white. Hey, Burns, I appreciate you coming on. You pansy. Yeah, see, he's afraid to come on now because I gave him a little bit of etiquette, Burns. There's some words you can't. He was, well, you fucking reprimand me, Burns. You know your football. Come on. You know. There's a couple words you can't say, and you can't say on, national TV either. The George Carlin no 7 rule, But I think they don't do that anymore. So I don't know. The Cowboys are picking.
What are they picking here?
They need to pick a life is what they need to pick. But also, too, my buddy Todd DeFazio won Pittsburgh. You guys can check it on Facebook and stuff. They do a lot of stuff about Pittsburgh, but they also are a proud sponsor of the APWF show June 23rd, and also his show, Club Sandwiches, where him and his two buddies go to all these bar restaurants and eat these big, huge sandwiches. You can catch it on Facebook. You can hit like, and Todd will be in the house. These banners will be in the house around the event. And Todd's coming up. Todd and Vinny Chooch is coming. So Donnie says he liked the tackle they picked. Now, Donnie, let me ask you, being a football coach, do you think that they could have took Barton instead of this tackle that they took? Because Barton went later to the Tampa Bay Bucks at 26. Just asking, because the only reason why I'm asking is I've seen an article that Merrill Hodge wrote and said he was just as good or even out as DeMonte Dawson. And Merrill Hodge knows his football because he said Vince Young was a train wreck, and Williams now from the Chicago Bears will be working at Bilo bagging groceries. Nothing wrong against Bilo, but oh wow, they got people in wheelchairs for the Cowboys there. Wow. So, and also Shadco, Marion Center. You can get your pavement, concrete, all kind of stuff. Get a hold of Shadco in Marion Center, proud sponsor of the APWF show Evolution. Go out there and see them. They'll come there. They do paving. It's okay. It's probably strategy. Alan says, I personally was hoping for Barton, but I'm okay with how things turned out. Well, let me ask you, Alan, since I said that about Merrill Hodge, and I do respect Merrill Hodge's knowledge of scouting football, that article where he said he compared him to DeMonte Dawson. Do you feel that the Steelers knew something that we didn't, and that's why they went with the tackle and they didn't want to take Barton? Because if he was that good, I mean, why wouldn't the Steelers take him? I mean, I'm not going to digress about the tackle, but I was okay. And then when I read that article, I was like kind of bummed because I do respect Merrill Hodge's football opinion because A, he is a scout. I'm just some Italian guy sitting in my house talking Steeler football. So, and wrestling or whatever. Shane, are you there? He had to go do something. Well, hopefully Shane will come back. Like I said, anybody wants to pop on because it's going to be a while. We are at 56. The Steelers got, 30. And I got a comment. Devil says, great draft so far. Yeah. Hey, and I appreciate you jumping on. I tell you what, I cannot believe I was on Mark's show last night. And I know he's probably doing a show right now. So if you jump on his show and he has his show, tell him to come on. He can come on here. Those guys from last night can jump on here. But thanks for popping on, Devil, because you're everywhere, man. Steeler fans are everywhere when you go to these Steeler podcasts, and I appreciate it. And tonight's like a combination of everything I do on this one because it's like a draft special. There's no wrestling draft that I see that's actually people are getting drafted. They're supposed to, and I was going to do that too, but I didn't see any. And now I see like the music. Oh, okay. There you are, Shane. What's up? You have to go to the restroom.
I had to go in my safe and get some turkey shot.
Oh, I didn't even take a piss yesterday in our first show in the mega draft. I held out. I was so proud of myself. That was a good show. That was a good show last night. It was good.
Yeah.
Kenny is very knowledgeable. I mean, TA in New York at the Chicago bar. Oh, Donnie. Thank you, Donnie. Braun Strowman went to Monday Night Raw in the professional wrestling draft on WWE. There is 2 drafts tonight.
Yeah.
He's got 3 guests on right now, but I'll let him know. Thanks, brother. Mark's going strong too in Australia. That's awesome. His shows, dude. He's so funny. He
does a great job.
Oh man, it was so good last night. Yeah, where'd Braun Breaker go, Donnie? Oh, I got Braun Breaker right now. He's beating everybody up.
Yeah, I saw that. Like he was like, you know how it says was live 6 hours ago. Like when I got up, it was like, I think
what he did was he
6 in the morning.
He quit his show after the draft, And then he did a reaction show, and he was like, I'm going to get my mate Bubba on. We're going to do a reaction show. And that's what he did. And then he had the other show still on, and all the guys are sitting in the room on the first show, and he had to convert them over to the other show. Yeah, I mean, those guys were funny, man. He's got he's got quite a show. Almost 3,000 subscribers. Just diehard Steelers. Now, if he ever gets back over here, we'll get some wings and have some sarsaparillas. Oh, Breaker went to Raw. Okay, Braun Breaker went to Raw, everybody. Okay, who is that? I don't know who that is. Oh, that's Bianca Belair. Boy, she's a brick shithouse. Alan said, that's a big comparison, Dawson, that Merrill Hodge had in a league of his own. Any of the top 3 centers are great. Barton, Frazier, or JPJ. I'm happy we got one of them. Cool. And hopefully we can run the ball down people's throats and people fear us. And we got that intimidation factor again where we have good defense and run the ball. I believe between Najee, let me ask you this one, Shane. Between Najee, Jalen, and now you're going to have Justin Fields and Cordell Patterson, you could probably have 3,000 or 3,500 yards rushing this year. It could happen.
At least have 2,500. There's no reason.
Yeah.
I think the tight end should see the ball a lot more too. Just saying, because
I think one tight end should be the top 5, and that's Pat Freiermuth. Pat Freiermuth should get like maybe I tell you what, give me 735 yards and 7 touchdowns. You know what I mean? And that's a pro. To me, that would be a Pro Bowl year for a tight end. Maybe a little bit more reception yardage. Mr. Tap Out Donnie Fulmer says we need that physical presence. It instills fear. I agree.
Hey, Donnie, guess what? You'd be proud. My youngest has gained 25 pounds, man, from working out
muscle
football. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Donnie, while you're on, what is the thing about Franco Alexander's new place in Indiana? It's a new workout place. I know he trains athletes in his workout place, but did he extend it and add on? And Donnie said, awesome about your son.
Yeah, he gets up at 5:30 and works out twice a week, and then works after school 4 days a week.
Wow.
And I feed him like chicken breasts and eggs like they're going out of business.
$300 every day and a half.
Oh, the kid eats 4. Like I have something when he gets home at 5. There's something he packs a lunch to eat after school.
Does he prep? Do you guys prep your food? Because I just started doing that this week.
Well, what he does is he goes over to Slippery Rock and eats in the cafe, the dining facility after school.
And
after he works out, and then he gets the activity bus home.
I remember the activity bus that would loop around Homemade and drop us off down at Andy's Market.
Yeah, it used to slow down and push you out.
Yeah. Donnie said he thinks it's advertising for Franco Alexander. I mean, it looks good. Now we got the bloodline beating the shit out of everybody. But we're gonna have a bloodline here with that tackle. That dude actually his favorite favorite player was Troy Polamalu, and he was a Steeler fan growing up. He had Troy's jersey 43. Steven, thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Steven, thanks for tuning in. Steven, remember Steven when Ralph's show after the show?
Yeah.
Hey, Steven, let me ask you, do you like the center that we picked? Because Steve has been very honest and very opinionated on on the Steelers, which I can agree with most of what he's saying, because he's tired of losing in playoffs and actually having falsified teams that we need to be a little bit better. But he also said the Steelers realized that a center is important. Should have been picked in the first round. Tonight, I'm not as angry as I was last night. Good pick. He was hot last night. I seen him on social media. He was mad.
And I'm going to say, I've said this on other shows, and not yesterday or not this Friday, last Friday. Mike Alsty was on our college show, and he was talking about Zach Frazier. The thing that what sold the Steelers on him is, number one, He's so bright. He could take a playbook and learn it in 2 weeks, an NFL playbook.
Well, that's good because people don't even know. You can send people
Yeah.
to college for 6 years and they can't even spell.
Yeah, he doesn't have like and they know exactly what they're getting with him. There's no gamble there. And the fact that they got him in the second round, good for them.
He's starting because he's a legit center. Like Nick Herbig is depth. They need to plug him Frazier right in at center, and from day one during the voluntary mini camp, he is the center. Wilson is taking direct snaps from Frazier, and that's just the way it should be.
You asked last night, Bubba, about the tackle the Steelers took. I thought he was a left tackle. He played left tackle because the quarterback was a lefty. They're going to move him to right tackle for the Steelers
and put Broderick. So, I'm telling you, I said on Mark's podcast, the Steelers Nation Australia, I said I believe probably maybe the first 4 or 5, 6 games Dan Moore will be starting, and then this rookie will take over, and Dan Moore will be back into depth into second string, and I am definitely okay with that. Now, a couple guys like Dan Moore, I do not. But I will give Dan Moore credit. Dan Moore and Ben Roethlisberger's last game, I said it numerous times, played his heart out. Myles Garrett had 0 sacks. But since then, he has been just a shadow of his former self. Not very good. So, and Steven says they did they know exactly? I can't spell. That's another reason why I was angry about that first round pick yesterday, Steven says. Now, Donnie says, Shane, tell your boy to keep up the hard work. Maybe I'll come up and see him play or train with him sometime and put him under my learning tree for a bit.
And have you train him, teach. He's doing cleans. He's doing the good stuff, and he's gained a lot on his vertical strength. He's a lot stronger. He went from like 120, he's like 148. So
wow, that's good. That's good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got about maybe 30 minutes or 40 minutes today of sleep. I did 7 hours of podcast, and besides lifting yesterday and going to work for my full-time job, getting back to my full-time job today, got some posters for the APWF that I messed up or whatever, had a glitch in the programming. I had to redo. I paid $40 for 50 posters, and I told them to throw away because there couldn't even, she didn't give me a deal. She could have it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Are these how you want them? She didn't even do that. Like I was like, I paid for them. You know what I mean? I got 5, took them down to maybe $30.
Where'd you get them done at?
I don't want to say because then I don't want people, you know what I mean? Because I've actually done business with them before. It could have been my fuck up because what happened when I did the drop box, they had it had live pro wrestling like on the marquee that I've been plastering out and everybody, if you're listening, everybody, thank you for sharing that poster. It's been shared like no other event that I've ever been a part of in my entire life. And I thank you for that. But it had like the word pro you couldn't see, and then you couldn't see the white. There was another white word over top of the prices for the tickets. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening and you're getting tickets, tickets are $25 for row 1 and 2. Those 2 rows, first come, first serve. I didn't do ticket numbers because it's first come, first serve. And it's going to be $25 for the first 2 rows, and then the third row and the rest on the floor 20, and then in the bleachers behind the ice because it's an ice arena, it's $15. So people ask me about kid prices. I don't have kid prices right now due to the fact of the talent that we actually got. We got the best independent talent, and we have the NWA. Now I can let me because we got a lot of time for. Steelers ain't up for a long time, brother. And if you have to go out and do whatever, brother, you don't have to hang out with me, but I do appreciate you popping on.
No, I'll be here. My battery's at 68%, so we're good.
Okay.
And
this is
cord and everything last night. So
and this is the poster live pro wrestling APWS first show since 2010 evolution, because it is an evolution because we have some matches. We have EC3, the NWA world champion. His challenger is big time Bill Collier, the Rad Boys. There's Donnie and Chris, Team Tap Out. There is Spencer Slade, main event. So Kyle Poke Paul. Zach Nordstrom. So we got a great selection, and all the sponsorships down below. Hit apwfwrestling.com. Myself, Larry Stryker, God bless him, and my wife, without any website knowledge, did this the best we could, and I wanted to get the website out with the tickets. We just did a basic website, just to say the show and just to say the matches are on, real quick. I did it like that. We went through wick.com. I am not a web designer at all. Nobody is. Larry did a great job. Larry's great with graphics. I'm getting a little better through the Canva. And Tammy proofreads my stuff because my grammar is probably atrocious now because I've had a lot of hits to the head. But and Shane, you're also part of this team, and
Moral support.
You're more than moral support. But well, you come up with ideas. You're like a creative consultant.
We sit and think about the pricing and
right,
and
it's a business concept, and your business ideas, and you bring stuff to the table, and you think.
Well, I do have a master's in business administration. I hope that I would help you a little bit, but
well, God bless you. Well, hopefully we can get this podcast and we can we both make enough to get a 6-pack of sarsaparillas, or Zero Coke. Zero Coke would be good. So,
well, you know what? 60. If we make on each show, this is my goal, and I'm setting the bar low. But I want to make enough to buy a 24-piece Bob's, 24 cut of Bob's pizza, which is what, like $15?
Well, no, I think a box is I think I got a box.
It's 7 cents a slice now, right?
I don't know. I think it's 87 cents. I think 87. I think it was $28 for a big slab of Bob's.
That's not
but
bad.
I always no, heck no. Well, I mean, I went to Sheetz tonight because I didn't use my app today because I'm going to sleep, so I didn't eat right today, and I'm fully accountable of that. I got a Mexican wrap, Larry and Gary's cookie, and
what's a Mexican wrap? Is it like?
Well, Mexican wrap is like chicken. You can get chicken and steak, and then you could put like your vegetables. I put barbecue sauce and jalapenos in it. But actually, the best breakfast wrap I have in the area around here is Martin's convenience store on 119 has the best breakfast wrap. You can get bacon, ham, and sausage, and it's under $4, and it fills me up.
Why would you be going that direction, Bubba, if you're going to work?
I don't go to Martin's quite often because it's out of my way.
Okay.
But
it's out of
when
your
I'm
way,
around, when I backtrack, if I'm going around that way, for the WrestleMania party I had a wrap and got the boxes of pizza because they do have good pizza.
You want to know a place I've never been, Bubba? And this is I'm sorry, fans out there, if we have 40 people watching, but Raindrop 2 I've never been to.
I've never been there either. They have these bands coming in. I don't know how they're doing it. I also heard through speculation through the rumor mill and the bars that the Rose Inn is building a bar in the back and the bar in the front will be a restaurant now. That's what I've heard. I've heard that at work. And Lori Lash is in the house. Lori is the grandmother of Kal-El. So, and Kal-El is probably watching the Bills selection right now. And let's see what they took a safety, Cole Bishop.
Yeah, from Utah.
Yeah, 6'2", 206. The Bills are not. That kid's got to realize that sooner or later he's going to come to the dark side because the Steelers, you know what I mean? We don't get rid of everybody like they did. They got rid of everybody. And Benjamin's in the house.
The helmet.
Yeah. Benjamin, thanks for tuning in. As always, Benjamin, do you like the second round pick that we got? The center, Zach Frazier from West Virginia. Do you like that pick? Let's hear it because we are a while away from the Steelers' next pick. And then after that, I think it's like 84 and then 89, and that will end the lovely show tonight, so I can maybe go get some sleep. But maybe watch a little
the
TV.
Steelers have what, 98? Or what's the next time they select? 80?
I think it was 84. I thought it was 84, and then I thought it was 89.
Bubba, it's going to be 10:30. You better.
Well, I'm going to have to take a piss break, I'm sure. I don't know. Wow, look at those cheerleaders.
Yeah, I know.
They were attributable.
And then Barry Sanders.
Well, and I appreciate it. We still got 47 people eyeing on the eye thing. I believe on YouTube. Facebook is, people come in and out, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody if you
So
hit like and
Bubba,
subscribe.
this is the Triple B show tonight?
Yes, this is the Triple B, but
So
I combined.
hey, 47 people watching.
Uh-huh.
You need to go like and subscribe on the Steelers
Well,
Dynasty
and I plugged,
podcast.
and that's what I did. I put this show also on the Steelers Dynasty YouTube channel. So boom, boom. I did two because it's football draft at WWE draft, and I got I'm going to talk about some independent wrestling here, so people can hang loose. I got plenty of time to talk about a lot of stuff because the Steelers ain't picking at any time. They're not even on my screen. So Sean Beckwith, thanks for tuning in. If you guys have any question or comments, you guys want to ask us any questions, you guys want to maybe see something different on either show, I take all critiques and criticisms and try to better focus on trying to bring the best that I possibly can, to these podcasting shows because it's entertaining. Like I was at Sheets and Larry, who lives over the hill, my neighbor, is like, "Hey, Bubba, I love the stuff. You're doing great stuff." He goes, "I love that you're bringing the APWF back," because actually Larry was at the first show in Punxsutawney. I knew Larry since I was a kid. He used to work at He used to work in auto body. He used to work for Mark Tonkin back in the day. Larry, I don't want to sometimes I mispronounce names. Brish. He lives over here right on top by Musters. You know what I'm talking? Yeah, Larry. Yeah, well, I saw him at Sheets and we were talking. He goes, "Hey, Bob, that's great stuff." So, and I appreciate, people from all walks of life that actually come up to me and is like, "Hey, Bob, we like what you're doing." And I'm not, we got nominated for the best podcast in Indiana County. Ladies and gentlemen,
we need to get.
I
If
didn't
you're
plug
out
that.
there,
I didn't plug that
guys,
because
like and subscribe. Yeah,
like,
whatever.
worry about this. I'm not worried about the medal medallion I got when they had a podcast that don't even go, and she got nominated, and it's a sex podcast.
Oh,
and she don't even have a show. Like she hasn't done a show since 2022 or something. So how could you be in a running for a podcast when you haven't even done a show? I mean, sometimes I've done 3 podcasts a week, maybe 4, and Steelers Realm is doing. And I think JT didn't really put too much effort into it because he won it last year. And I really didn't put too much effort into it. The more effort I put into it is promoting my wrestling show. I could give a shit less about winning a podcast because actually I know my podcast and I know I'm the hardest working podcaster going today because I have all shows, and then I try to help everybody else out and promote everybody else. So I'm okay with that. The Ravens are in right now. I don't even know whether there's a porch on. It's like people are just walking around back and forth.
Yeah, I see.
It's like they're swaying back and forth. Does it say? It looks like they're swaying back and forth from a distance. A lot of Detroit Lions fans, a lot of blue.
Yeah, a lot of they got all of them. They got all of them there. All the Detroit Lions fans. There's all 3,000 of them.
Yeah. Who's that guy? He's big.
So Bubba, on Mark's show last night, Steelers Australia, Steelers Nation Australia. How many folks were checking you guys out at 2:30, 3 in the morning?
I think 10 or 15. But they probably go back and watch it. They go back and watch it because I seen that show that me and you were on had almost 800 people. And I'm telling you, they like. I'm telling you, we're butter and jelly. We're peanut butter and jelly. That's what he said. I don't know. I said, well, I don't know if I'm the sweet jam and you're the spicy jelly. I don't know. But yeah, we got along. We're at 62 right now. And I know, I think I'm going to check out Rich Smoke. I think Rich Smoke's doing this too. Let me go to Rich Smoke.
Yeah, I was going to go on tonight, and then I didn't see any email from him. I'll have to check my email again.
Well, I thought
you were going on at 9.
Well, I usually do for the experience. Yeah. And then Burns called me, and he goes, I go, "Burns, is the draft at 8:00?" And he goes, "No, Bob, it's 7." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Mm-hmm. But I figured I didn't know if the Steelers were going to trade up, and I'm like, I have to get on. And then I did some other stuff. But yeah, let me check out NFL Elite banner. I'm going to try NFL Elite. NFL Elite. That is one of the guys, Rich Smoke, smartest man in Philadelphia. That's his podcast with Freight Train from the Steelers Realm podcast, where the NFL Elite guys. Let me get you the icon here, because I try to do whatever I can. Where we at? Right here. NFL Elite, Rich Smoke, Freight Train. They do all the NFL. We just talk about the Steelers. I could care less about everybody else. But we do have a pick show, and we talked about it the other day. We're going to do the pick show on the Steelers Dynasty podcast, and hopefully Morty will do a parlay and talk a little fantasy football. We'll give him like a 5-minute segment of fantasy because we don't want to go over the time, because
our Magic 8 Ball was spot on, Bubba.
With Frazier.
Yeah.
Larry was in the house. Larry, how you doing? Well, that Magic 8 Ball will come in handy next week, or whenever you decide to bring it on. Mark,
we can have it every week to pick shit.
Mark loved that. He goes, "That was a great idea." I'm like, "Oh, that's all Shane."
Yeah,
that's all Shane. Okay,
I don't know if they're a little young to have the Magic 8 Ball, but that was some good stuff.
See. Who's he got on there? Does he got Kenny on there? Oh, he's got Kenny on there.
Good.
For years. I don't.
Yeah. Wow. I'm just gonna say, hey guys. Good. Yep. Yeah, he's got Kenny on. Yeah, they're getting into theirs.
Yeah, we don't get that.
I can't.
Hey, Bubba. You can hop off and go on that show for about 5 minutes. I'll
How can I do that? I can't do that. I have to do it through my phone. Oh, I can do it through my phone probably. Wait, hold on. Let's try this. Let me try this.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Hold on. Let me see if he sent this. Okay. It's through my phone.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah. Holy shit. I'm multitasking, everybody. Okay. Oh, wait. Don't have Chrome. Visit this page.
I'm going to go down.
Hold on. Click here. Click here. Continue. We'll see. Let's have a beer, Larry said. Okay. Enter in the studio. I can't stay long because I'm on my own show. But hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm not the founder of creativity. I'm going to multitasking. That's my name right now. Multitasking. That's what I'm doing.
Maybe he just needs.
Yep, here we go. See everybody? 2 shows.
He has the better coaching staff.
Kenny's talking right now. 46 people. Look, listen to Kenny. Yep, ruined him. I have never done this before. This is a first on my show ever. I'm doing my show and I'm on his show. Hey, well, you know what I'm doing? Me and Shane are on. We're on the experience right now. I got you on my phone, and I'm doing 2 things at once. So everybody, if you want to jump off of my show, please go to the NFL Elite. Those guys are talking football, where me and Shane are just talking. We're just talking, shooting the shit until the Steelers draft. So
I don't even know what's going on or who to follow or what podcast.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I was doing podcasts. I was doing stuff till 4:30 this morning. I jumped on Steeler Nation Australia. Yeah, and I didn't get any. I haven't got any sleep.
I'm looking to see if he sent me a message.
No, I'm gonna roll out. I just wanted to pop on and do this.
I'll pop on for a second.
Yeah, Shane's coming on. I'm gonna pop off. Kenny, see ya. I'm leaving. I can't do 2 things at once. It's like taking a dump and pissing at the same time. I can't do it. Yeah, grab Shane. I just wanted to come on and try it. See ya. Later, brother. Oh shit. Oh my God. Okay.
So yeah, I'm checking my email now. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, that was hard. That's very hard, people. And I still got 47 people, and I appreciate you guys sticking around. And yeah. Oh wait, I don't want to go back in there. I'm no
So
offense.
I took the day off. I didn't want to go in my office, and here I am. So
yeah, yeah, and I'm still in my studio, and I need to clean my studio because I got stuff all over the place. I'm waiting for some people to comment because Steelers are man, they're not even on the board yet. So maybe I'll just swing
no,
by
they're
some
not even
wrestling.
close.
I'll
It's just
talk.
it's slow. It's slow
Yeah,
going,
it's
guys.
slow. Nico, Najee, he says. Nico says, Najee and Warren are smiling ear to ear to Bubba. I love this running game that we are going to have. We just talked about it before, Nico. Probably, I'm going to say 3,500 yards rushing this year. Najee and Warren, at least 1,000 apiece. And Patterson and Justin Fields, man, that's a no-brainer there, man. I can't wait. So I'm going to do, unless I get hoarse and I can't talk because I've been talking I talk every day. You should see me at work. That's all I ever do. Okay, no, wrestling ain't got nothing to do. So if they're drafting, they're about as busy as the NFL draft. So yeah. So I mean, I can't believe. If you guys want to box in Indiana County, go to Watkins Boxing. Brandon Watkins. He's training some guys right now, training some girls. They are going to be competing in. I have the graphics right here at the event center here. This is what this is. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I got. Where is it at? Where's it at? Oh,
so I have a man crush on Brandon. We hit it off at your wedding. I must have talked his ear off for a good hour and a half. What a great guy.
Well, that's good. Oh, he's super duper. He is super duper. Yes, this is what I was looking for. May 11th, the Battle at the Castle 3, boxing. 106 Fairfield Avenue, Johnstown, Pennsylvania. For tickets and sponsorship, call that number. So yeah, boxing. That is going to be the next two shows of the APWF is in the Castle in Johnstown. So that's where we're at. Now let me go back to the NFL Network here. And also in Johnstown is also I'm the only podcaster in probably Western Pennsylvania that tries to advertise all of the professional wrestling shows because I am a wrestling promoter. I own the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation, but this is the 814 Wrestling that will be May something I can't see. If you guys can see it, it's in Johnstown, also at the Galleria. That is.
Hey, Bob, I'm gonna hop off real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I'll be right here. Nico, corner or receiver next? And I'm gonna say corner, and then the next third pick will be a receiver. So it could either flip flop to receiver or corner to receiver. It'll be one or the other, and we got to wait a while. And it's a long way. I don't even see the Steelers up any time at all, and it is now 9:30. I don't see the Steelers up, and we're at 64. So I'll say corner receiver, brother. Same as you. So yeah, let me. I'm just trying to do a little bit of advertising, ladies and gentlemen. Because this was the podcast, the Experience show. I combined it with the Steelers Dynasty show tonight because the NFL draft. We can talk a whole bunch of stuff. It's on both channels. So it's a draft special. It's supposed to be a WWE draft. They're drafting people to go to different brands, Raw or SmackDown, and the NFL draft. And also, this is Pro Prospect Wrestling. You guys can check them out. Usually they have shows on Friday nights, so I try to advertise them a little bit ahead of time. I do try to advertise other wrestling promotions because I try to be the ambassador of goodwill towards and everybody, and I like to do that. So, and also here we go. Salute to our heroes, May 25th in Butler, up in Shane's neck of the woods. And actually Shane actually went to the show, and Sammy Adonis, great talent against Derek Dillinger. That should be a good match. So if you guys aren't doing nothing, go to Butler, PA. Check them out if you're into wrestling or just looking for something to do and you want to take the family out and scream and holler. I mean, that's the way to go. So, and also, if you guys need a tan in Indiana County, go to Yucatan Tanning Salon on 286. Tell Debbie I sent you. They can get some spray tanning at Yucatan Tanning Salon, proud sponsor of the APWF show Evolution. So we're just waiting for some picks. The Jets are in. Like, I really could care about the Jets. I hate the Jets. I hate all teams. I could care less. I'm waiting for the Steelers. We're still at 65, and there's a lot of time. So I'm feeling a lot of air, and I appreciate you guys hitting like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, I'll take all comers. Shane went to NFL Elite Banner. He jumped on to talk to Rich Smoke. That was the first time I actually hosted a show and was on another show. I try to multitask. So that's why I said the multitasker. I was on my phone. So, yeah. And wow, there's my logo. That is my logo, apwfwrestling.com. That is a logo made by Mav, the real McCoy. Great graphic design. That's the new logo we're having. The Jets are selecting. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hey, it's hard doing a draft podcast sometimes by yourself, and sometimes you're waiting for the Steelers. But you know what? I'm happy with the picks. I believe this could be the first time ever that the Steelers back-to-back, first and second, they took offensive linemen. I'd have to check that out. If you guys could, if anybody knows that, put it in the comment section. This could be the first time in the first two picks that the Steelers drafted two offensive linemen back to back. I don't think they've ever done this before. So I believe this is the first time ever that the Steelers drafted last year and this year in the first rounds back to back offensive linemen. I did see that, but I do not know has this ever happened in a draft before. So, woo. Oh, my. Dave Smith. If you need State Farm Insurance, see Dave Smith in Clymer. He's always open. He's right across from the subway. If you live in Indiana County, see Dave. And also, if you need some rehab, Optimal Heights Physical Therapy, 1176 Masonfield Drive. No, Mason Avenue. I'm sorry. When you do podcasts for like 15 hours, it kind of goes on you. Chris Elliott, thanks for tuning in. So, and also I have an interview that I did about a week and a half ago. It's with special guests, the Mall Filmworks Company. We had Todd and Aaron. We had a director, a screenwriter, and an actor all in one. It was a great episode about how the independent filmmaking process and how to be an actor and stuff like that. If you guys are looking for something to do, if your going on a long drive and you want to hear some podcasting of interviews, hey man, I like to, try to be entertaining and, give me a click, give me a like, share it, tell your family. We're at 65. The Steelers are a long way away. They're in their 80s. So this is Friday night. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know you guys are doing 800 million other things and probably got me on the back burner, but that's okay. I like to spend Friday nights at 9:00. We talk pulp culture, wrestling, all kind of stuff. What I ate today, which I didn't eat. I ate shitty today, but and then we also have the Steelers Dynasty podcast. I will give the logo here where you guys can. Right here it is every Wednesday night. Myself and Shane, Steelers Dynasty podcast, where we talk all Steelers. Tonight we combined it because it's a big draft show, but the NFL and the WWE, but really the WWE is not bringing thing to the masses. And right now I'm at an hour and 28 minutes waiting for the Steelers draft. Steelers drafted the center Zach Frazier from West Virginia. They got the tackle, the big tribal chief. That's what I'm going to call him, the tribal chief. I do look awake. You know why? I had a C4. Maybe my eyes look like whatever because it looks whatever, but looks like I'm sleeping, but no, I'm not. Christ, I can't even shut up. Okay, Machu Corley. That's a receiver from Western Kentucky. I think the Steelers were looking at him. A receiver or cornerback in the Steelers realm. Who do we do? What do we do? Let me hear your takes on it. What do we take? Who we taking in the third? As my nose is itchy, and hopefully I can win some money because that would be great. I need to play first. Oh, there he is. He's back. How was it?
I had to. I talked to my wife. She's in Plumville now. She's going out to my mom. So.
Oh, did you get on? Did you go on his show?
No, I didn't. I didn't get the email. So.
Oh, I thought you went on.
No.
Yeah, I'm just chit-chatting away. We have 47 people, I believe, with the eye. Does that mean 47 people are actually watching?
I think are watching or have watched. I'm techno-tarded, Bubba.
Well, I am kind of too. I mean, I try to do
You
website.
highlight, drag your mouse over it, and see what it says when you do that, like over the
Oh,
eye.
wait. Oh. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait, it says I didn't even know that till now. Okay, it says my Twitter, it says 23. It says the experience in podcast and YouTube, nobody on Facebook, nobody on Facebook. I got one Twitch, and I got 22 Steelers Realm. I'm not on Steelers Realm. I didn't hit Steelers Realm unless I hit Steelers Realm by accident.
The broadcast.
Maybe I did. I don't know. I have to check. I hope not, because I'll have to go back in and take it off. I don't think I did. I'm gonna look. Jim would have been like, "Hey, Bubba, get off our site," because I didn't hit it. I did not hit it
Here,
at
I'll
all.
hop off and look.
No, I'm gonna. You don't have to. I'll get it. It's just so hard with all the social media stuff I had between 2 podcasts and a friggin' there we go. I hope not. No, I don't think I am. I was. Please tell me. Oh no, I'm not live. No, I'm good. I was like, holy shit, I'm on their show. Holy hell, I hijacked it. Chris says, thought Jackson, Jack Powers, Johnson was almost going to fall in our lap. We almost got lucky. Hey, we're okay. We got Zach Frazier. We're good. We are good. So, okay, I'm back to this. So, yeah, we're not on Steelers Realm. So, but I didn't know that when you looked at the eye. You just gave me something new. Like, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Because it said Steelers Realm, and I don't know. Facebook likes. Oh, it tells me who likes Stryker and Brooks. Oh, I did not know that. Okay. You know what? I've been doing this all this time, and I never knew that till you just told me. I never knew that.
Yeah, you just drag it over.
No, and it tells you, but it says nothing on like any of the It says on Twitter. I got 23 people that looked on Twitter.
Well, that's the other thing. Twitter is where I think you get your juice from.
Really?
So
well, I do have a Twitter. I have a personal Twitter account, and I just share.
You like and follow other Twitter people.
Yeah, I don't work my Twitter enough. That's the problem.
Yeah,
like, I follow like sports athletes, wrestlers, and that's it. I probably should, porn stars, and then have them come on the show, and then I'd be, in trouble.
What's funny is I think those are like it's OnlyFans is the thing, and those girls, I see them
girls
where
make
those
so much money.
Yeah,
They
but
make
you see
so
where
much
they go on
money.
the podcast, and the guy like literally tells them they're terrible people. And
No, I've never seen that. They just sit there and take it. What podcast is that?
Oh, I can't remember. It goes into my TikTok feed, and these guys are conservative. Like no guy worth anything is ever going to like take you seriously.
True. I mean, unless you're hard up and you want to be a sugar daddy, I don't know. Like,
yeah, I mean, unless
you're
a hard time.
Unless you want like the stats of like, oh man, I was dating a triple X star, and and don't get me wrong, people. I mean, my single days, to have an attractive female on your arm, your status is like, oh shit, holy heck, man, look at that, look who Bubba got.
I remember Corey Mantini was came to visit my sister in Morgantown, and I was dating a girl from Tunisia, and I thought his eyes were going to fall out of his head. And I ran into him,
Did he look like the wolf?
2 years ago, he brought that up.
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. He brought that up. Like I ran into him.
He brought that up years later.
Yeah, he brought that up. I was in there picking up something in Raindrop, and he said something about like that. Like, oh yeah.
That's funny.
But it's funny he
That is
brought it
so
up. But
funny. Yeah, I mean,
it's
that's
like an
how
old
it
lifetime
goes.
ago.
But also
Yeah.
too, like a good look, we're getting like a good looking girl with a guy
Yeah.
who's just plain, like
Yeah.
plain. You know,
Yeah.
what does he have? Does he have a great personality, or does he have like a nice car, or is she dating him because he's a nice guy, or is she dating him because his wallet is large? Like, I mean,
Well,
those are the
it was
standards.
probably 2 out of the 4 because I didn't have a nice car and I didn't have
Okay.
a wallet.
Well, it's
But,
also too like like say a good looking dude with an older female. You
yeah, that's
know,
I scratched my head on that. But you see that a lot. But you know what was funny, Bubba, is after she flew up to hang out with me in Morgantown,
uh-huh.
I had like 6 months where the spigot was on. Like girls were just
Oh,
it's
you know
like they
why?
saw me
Because
out at the
no,
club with
because
her.
they seen you with a very attractive female,
Yeah,
and girls
yeah.
are like this is a podcast based on sports now and whatever. Now we've turned to Dr. Phil relationships, but we're waiting for a
Not
Steelers draft, and
relationships,
we got
just
along well. No, I mean not
psychology.
relationships. Well, but they also see you with, they see you with a good looking girl, and then they're like, oh, what is, well, man, what's Shane got that, man, I want to know what Shane got because he's got all that, and she's with Shane, and like how girls are.
Yeah, yeah. And it just
That's
happened to be that way. But
they don't call them mean girls for nothing. They don't call mean
yeah,
boys. There's not a mean boy show.
no.
Hi
But
Lisa Wonsmonski. It's mean girls. Like, and they
mhm.
even revamped the movie, which the movie,
I
like,
tried to watch it, Bubba, and I couldn't get through it.
well,
I watched
that
about
was the first
15
one with
minutes.
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay, well, Lindsay Lohan was good in like Machete or something, and she was good in the early Walt Disney's. I'm
Yeah,
just
she
being
was good.
funny,
Yeah,
but
well, redhead girls are really attractive, and then they kind of like they don't age well. A lot of them do,
well,
If you, it's
well,
just,
I
or
posted
she
today
hasn't.
about
She hasn't.
Rogue. What's the oh God, the
Oh,
achy
Miley
breaky
Cyrus.
heart. Yes, you saw that. I posted
Mhm.
that, and they said,
Yeah.
Cyrus could be Rogue, and then I posted that, and Chris Taylor from Shattered, the lead singer from Shattered, and professional wrestler Chris Taylor, who kicked the shit out of Sandman, and God bless him for doing that, because every time I know somebody that wrestles a
Yeah.
Sandman should kick his ass, because I bought him 25 Long Island iced teas and a steak dinner, and
He's gonna be on that WWE
well, he
show that what is it called?
rehab.
Rivals, a biography.
Oh, who'd he rival? No, he didn't have he didn't do it. He didn't rival
Well,
anybody
I
though.
saw it. Like he's gonna be on like Vice.
Who
They're
the
gonna
fuck
talk about
was?
the
Oh,
Sandman.
Vice. That was the dark side of the ring because he got drunk.
That's it.
You
That's
know,
the
probably. I mean, last time I saw him, he just looked at me, and I looked at him, and I'm like, motherfucker. I spent 25. He bought 25 Long
300
Island
bucks.
iced
He said,
teas. And yes, it was,
yeah.
and I was working at the Rose Inn. I don't even know how I did a wrestling company working at the Rose Inn at that time, but it was a different time. Like posters now.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, 79 cents for colored paper right now. If you go to
Color paper
Staples,
is expensive.
it's $2 for a fucking poster. Like, and I'm just trying to strategize where I want to put these posters, because social media now, I just tagged like 2,000 people the other day,
Yep.
and I'll keep doing that. And so I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if your Facebook feed is exploded by my wrestling show, but I'm just trying to promote something. I get exploded by people's businesses all the time. I don't say anything. Like, always it takes a half a second to hit like and share. That's all you got to do on anything.
And you
I
know
share
what?
stuff all the time.
I haven't shared that yet. So we'll see.
Well, I appreciate a lot of people that are sharing the poster. Everybody, workers, people in the business, just people in general are sharing it. I appreciate it. And I was just told today at Sheets by Larry, he was like, Bubba, you're doing a great thing for the community and this and that. And I said, yeah, I'm trying. I'm thinking outside the box. Like, there's some bigger things on the horizon, because I got an LLC. This is now a business. This ain't wrapping my fucking quarters up. And I gotta claim it on my taxes and stuff and have an accountant here, I'm sure, probably, or do whatever. I mean, I have a good tax lady.
Yeah, you do, and you need to file every quarterly.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I got to pay taxes, and then geez, when I paid for those posters, I put everything I'm gonna put everything in an envelope in a shoebox or business oriented. I mean, it is what it is. But
that looks like the Patriots picked
Tom
Wallace.
Brady. They picked Tom Brady. Who the hell is these people? Stand up to all hate. Oh, that's
these two knuckleheads.
I thought it was a rapper. Oh, tackle from Penn State. See, Burns said that tackle from Penn State yesterday, they picked him too high. Shane's gone again. Shane left me. There you are. So yeah, Burns won't come on. Burns, you're a pansy. So yeah, Steelers are not still on the board. It's 9:46. This is the second night of podcasting. This is the second time that I've been on my shows. After yesterday's megacast, I jumped on the NFL Elite banner and I hung out with Rich and Freight Train. And then I jumped on internationally with our buddy Mark from Steelers Nation, Australia, because it was like 2:00 in the afternoon over there, where it was 1:00 or 3:00 in the morning over here. The time differentiated is so bad, and they were partying like rock stars. I give them that. And I went to work today, and I believe I went to sleep for a half hour. I don't know. I had 2 C4s, one this morning. I got off my fitness app. I didn't plug in my food today, so today was a cheat day all day, kind of. I didn't go crazy. Drinking water here. I'm still drinking water. I didn't work out today, but tomorrow I will. So I'll be trying to mow my grass. So when you guys see me mow my grass, please beep at me and throw 20s out the window. That'd be great. And I'll collect them. So we are still not on the clock. Oh, I see Pitt right now. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Jesus Christ. 13, 14, 15 picks away. Woo, we're going to have to talk about a whole bunch of shit, man. You're on mute.
It's going to be midnight.
Dude, I don't even know what's the longest time I've ever podcasted. Like Smoke last night did 4 hours, and they were done at they were done talking football at 12 till the draft was done. And I'm like, Smoke, you got to get 4 hours just to say you did 4 hours. You know what I mean? But
there's this Doomcock has a Friday frolic, and he starts at like 7. He goes till 3 a.m.
Is that the dude who covers his face and talks Star Wars?
Yeah, I love that guy. Doomcock DVD.
Do you know who he is? I mean, you don't know who he is?
No, you never see his face, but how he started doing it is, did you get them all out? He's practicing loading and unloading that shotgun. So
don't fire in the house.
Nah, he's good. He's really responsible. But so how Doomcock started, Bubba, is Mitch, go do that. Do that in your bedroom or something.
Yeah.
So and then bring it back.
Oh, Bubba, you and Shane got Shane Shun loading the shotgun on your show. Well, we're all about.
We're gonna go to Facebook jail for that.
We're all about gun safety.
Yeah, we are. Hey, just do it so I can't see it.
Yeah.
But so Doomcock started out. So remember that Star Trek Discovery that came out? It's on the 5th season now.
Oh, is it?
I watched
the girl who played
seasons.
in the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I watched.
So check it out. He literally watched it and was like, "This." It was like the beginning of the woke stuff, and he was so upset about it. He did this Doomcock thing from the center of the earth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like Dr. Doom.
He's a villain, and he has like a he has like a head in a jar, and
Right.
like this serpent that
I
he
hate
keeps from
Kathleen
destroying the earth.
Kennedy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fantastic. I just love him. But anyways,
I don't like
so
Kathleen
any,
Kennedy, so
so Bubba, he's that's how he started. He was so upset that they ruined Star Trek for him that he started doing this. And then they actually refer to him at Disney. Like they're not allowed to say his name. And he has that much heat now with Disney. About 18 months ago that came up, because he was letting folks know what was happening. And they rewrote not Raiders Lost Ark, but the last Indiana Jones,
okay.
because like he had some
So
moles,
he's
and
an insider for
he
Disney.
has insiders. He has people that he pays to go like at Disney and report back to him. And these people are frustrated at Disney, and they tell him what's going on. Then he reports it, and the feedback is so negative, and he gets so many hits that they went and did rewrites and reshoots on the Disney, because it was supposed to really put over that. I haven't seen it, but they're supposed to put over that female.
That Indiana Jones was like, they went back in time. Like
I
it was
didn't watch it.
ridiculous. They went through a slip in the reality, and they went back in
he was
fucking
shitting over it.
time.
He was
And I
shitting
was
on it
like,
2 years ago.
what in
Yeah.
God's name? Who the fuck wrote that? Like, seriously.
Yeah, he was shitting on it. It was supposed to be 5 times worse before the rewrites.
It wasn't very good. And I can't believe Harrison Ford actually is like, hey, you're gonna let me go out on that note? Like, like I to me, The Last Crusade, the first 3 were great. The last 2 were this last one was terrible. Yeah, they went through a time thing. They were fighting on a plane. And the main villain was the villain in Doc Strange. Okay, and his brother is Admiral Thawne in oh Jesus Christ, Ahsoka. So and he, and they went through this time slippage, and it was it were like 3000, 3000 AB. It was just ridiculous. It was god awful. We are 13 draft picks away at 9:52 with an hour and 47 minutes in on a Friday night where we're doing a live. I am not recording this for Buzzsprout. If you guys want to hit myself, the Triple B Experience, all my shows are under the Triple B Experience, even my Steelers stuff. You can listen to that because I'm not splitting that up because it costs money again, and then you got to set everything up. So if you guys want to listen to the audio while you're in your car, while you're taking a walk now that the weather's good, if you want to listen to me while you're mowing grass, while you're, laying in a hot tub, or you're lifting, you could do whatever. So you could go to Buzzsprout, click to the Triple B Experience on Audify. I have over 200 shows. So, and I think I've been downloaded over 2,000 times, which, no offense, is not a lot, but everything counts, I guess. I try, and you could, was it Patreon? You could Patreon me if you like. You can give me some cash. So it would pay for, I don't know, well, Buzzsprout is like $24 a month. This StreamYard's $49, Canvas $12. So that's what I pay to work all that stuff. So, and I was talking to Jim Tiger about doing portable podcasting shows. Like we were supposed to do one tomorrow, and I couldn't do it. But also too, they contacted me, Shane, and they want to still do stuff with us. And they're having a former Steeler at one of the events, but this is the event tomorrow, if I can find it, that we were supposed to go to, and I don't know if I have it here.
A portable podcast I just have right now. I have a freaking selfie stick on a tripod.
Yeah, well, this is what we were supposed to do tomorrow, everybody. Me and Shane were supposed to go to this big, huge draft party because it was down at Heinz Field. And Saturday at lot opens at 8 a.m. Location is Gold Lot 1. Food, drinks, music, and games. Donations $20. Kids are free, and the donation is for the alcoholic beverages, ladies and gentlemen. So you could party, and these are 4 Steeler clubs, and then there's the cash, whatever that little thing is, the technological stuff you put on posters. But they contacted me, and me and Shane were going to go down tomorrow, but I couldn't make it. So, and I'm sorry. And I told him I like to reschedule it, but stuff come up. But also too, when I do stuff, I like to know, what time, where, when. I mean, my job too. I trying to make some money so I can, pay some bills. Like everybody else. Buying a bag of groceries costs an arm and a leg. I went and bought whole healthy food last week. It come to $300. So I prepped all my fucking food and shit, and I got to buy celery and restock my supply. Probably Sunday.
I thought about getting chickens again because we go through 4
you go
dozen
through
a
eggs.
week.
Holy shit! Well, I bought 2 dozen of eggs, and then Tam hard boiled them, and boom! I don't even give a shit about peeling them. I'll eat them, whatever. I'll crack an egg in a glass.
Hey, Bubba,
done
well,
that
how about
before.
Sam's Club? Would you come out to Butler to Sam's Club?
I have a Butler card. We just haven't had to go. I go to Butler in Greensburg because Jinxie Jinx likes to go to Greensburg because she is originally from down that way, and there's not a lot of good stores for teenage girls. You know what I mean? And I understand, and I'm boring, and so and she can get her bubble tea, and she likes to go to the mall, like typical kids. Back when we went to the mall, we went to Aladdin's Castle, and that was the best fucking thing to go. Dragon's Lair, or Centipede.
Man, that game I was just mesmerized by, and you'd lose your money
Graphics.
within like 30 seconds.
Oh, I didn't have it long, but I would go to Hills and get like a cherry Slurpee and get some, and then I would always go into the Star Wars section because I would always get Star Wars action figures at $1.77 because they didn't cost that much. My mom would buy them. I was a kid. It's not like I had, I was whatever. And, I had the original Star Wars. And then I loved Hills. I thought Hills was a cool store when I was a kid. Because then you had the mall. You had, well, not the mall. You had the movie theater in there. Then you had Backstreet Records. Yeah. Now it's fucking Martin's and TJ Maxx and Ollie's. I do like to go to Ollie's, though. I do.
Ollie's is pretty good.
Yeah. I go in and maybe get I bought a bag, a big giant pound of wasabi almonds. You know what I mean?
I get fertilizer there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna get fertilizer because I got to spray weeds around my house.
And I hadn't bought GI Joes in forever, and they had them like for $5, and I got like 6 of them.
Oh, I got Snake Eyes. Was that the movie Snake Eyes? Right?
Yeah. I got them.
I
don't
messed
know
up
why.
getting-
I'm like, they just
They
sit
had
there.
they had Sergeant Slaughter, and I didn't buy it, and it was all gone.
I went last Sunday, and they had Ric Flair and NWO Hulk Hogan for $3.99.
Yes, I got them. Well, Mav collects all those. Mav has all those figures on a wall with a display. But those figures at retail price are like $23. So I bought 2 because it's Hogan and Flair. The Piper one I saw was 22, and I'm not paying 22. I'm not getting into wrestling action figures. I do enough with these Marvel Legends, and I haven't been buying them lately because they've been high priced. So, and I want to display them because it's cool to display.
Well, this is your Triple B pop culture show, and since it's a while for the Steelers, let's talk about.
I haven't watched anything. That's the problem.
But Thunderbolt Ross is supposed to be the big baddie. They're going to have the Dark Avengers, or maybe even X-Men versus Avengers. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I think I've heard they revamping that Thunderbolts movie, and you're probably right with the Dark Avengers. But Harrison Ford's going to be the Red Hulk because in the comic book, the Red Hulk, nobody knew who the hell he was, and all of a sudden he was T. Ross after the end, and that was like 1 to 50 was the issues for that. With number 1 and 2, I think was high priced. And I think I got one of them graded. But like now, like I just went to the comic book store today. And speaking of comic book store, Latrobe, comic book store, the franchise from Indiana, they had a fire in that plaza. That store in Latrobe, yes, that store in Latrobe right now is closed until they get it back. It didn't burn down, but they had like maybe a little bit of water damage and a little bit of smoke. The comic books, I talked to Josh Hayes, who's actually the comic book manager at the Indiana branch. He said, yeah, he said, Ken, sometimes he calls me Ken or Bubba. Ken, surprisingly, it wasn't, the comic books weren't damaged. And I said, wow, you melt them Legos and shit. They have a lot of Legos and pop figures and fucking cards, which I'm not into any of that. I mean, I do buy a couple pops. I have quite a display, but I mean, I'm running out of room.
I do like those little pop figures. I think I have a Macho Man Randy Savage.
I have an Undertaker.
Megatron.
I have a Taker. I have a Piper I'm looking at. I have Marvel. I have a Peacemaker. I got a Pickle Rick. I got Star Wars, Cobb Van, Boba Fett, Gold Vader.
Yeah, I got a Mandalorian. I got a Boba Fett.
I got a Black Chrysanthemum, and I got an action figure at Walmart, a Black Chrysanthemum for like $13, and retail price about a month and a half ago was like $36. It dropped that.
Yeah. They have a Cobra Commander that sells for like $50, and Destro sells for $50.
I wait till the price goes down. Sometimes, Tammy got me a Snake Eyes downstairs. I don't know if you saw that when you were down there. It was a little statue, and I've got that Punisher one. I got it for Christmas. See, that stuff like that I like. I don't like. Don't buy me any fucking clothes. I don't want any clothes. I mean, I know I like. I need to get my own clothes because realistically, I have a whole bunch of clothes that if I lose a lot of weight, that I'd be, whatever. So we are like maybe 8 down from the Steelers pick here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in.
It's moving faster.
Yeah. Maybe my wife would jump on, but no, she's probably angry about some stuff. So
are you staying up?
Oh, I'm good. No, I mean,
no. Is she mad about you staying up?
No. No. She's just, I'm probably loud because I'm in the room here and they're probably out. I can hear them out there. So
are they on the front porch or are they in the kitchen?
No, I think they're in the hallway or kitchen. So
my kids, my office, my son's bedroom, Mitch's bedroom's right above my office, and he'll some nights he'll be like, "Dad, quiet down," because he gets up earlier to go work out.
Shut your mouth, guys. Tell you and Bubba to be quiet. Is he bringing his buddy come over like they used to?
This weekend there's no kids here, which is surprising.
Your house is like the camp.
Every weekend there's kids here, but it gets kind of wild. But he had kids over for the fight, and then this is funny. The neighbors across the street have boys a year older. Other kids are watching the fight across the street. They came over and they fought in the basement. The older kids came down and beat their ass and went back over.
You got Fight Club.
They go down there and choke each other out. They just go choke each other out.
Holy shit.
Traditions and stuff.
You got the dungeon. You got the dungeon at your house.
Owen Hart.
Stu Hart dungeon at your house. Hey, T. Buck. T. Buck, thank you for coming on Facebook. I don't ever think I never saw that. I don't know who's on my social media anymore because I really don't know because I try to get people that like Steelers, but they have to get on my personal page, and then I try to get them over to my, I'm sure people
go to YouTube.
Yeah, go to YouTube. Yeah, and then you can subscribe, and you don't have to see all my. Who is T. Buck? I'm going to see here. Hold on, or maybe I can't.
But the rule I give them, Bubba, when they come in is, hey, don't bleed on the carpet.
Well, don't crack your head open. That'd be great.
They can crack their head open. Just walk over to where the pool table is. There's a linoleum bleed there.
Who? T. Buck. Oh, she's from Memphis. Steeler fan. That's why. T. Buck. Thanks for tuning in. So, Steeler fans. I had a lot of Steeler fans, but I wish they would interact more. I mean, on the Steelers Dynasty podcast with us. You know what I mean?
So, let's ask, is it Miss Buck?
I'm going to say Miss Buck. Let's say Miss Buck.
Miss Buck. What do you think of the Steelers pick? And who do you think they're going to get for our next pick? Is it going to be a quarterback?
I don't see. Yeah. Who do you guys say? Miss Buck, who do you think? I mean, she was in the Facebook, and then she probably was like, what is this guy? And then,
What the hell are they talking
but
about?
honestly though, realistically, if you're on my personal page and you're not a Steeler fan and you're not interacting with me, what in God's name are you doing?
Yeah.
But also too,
remember
here I
that
am.
girl?
I'm adding people, but
Remember that girl that was on the show?
Twitch?
Like we were just getting ready to get off.
Was it Twitch? Was it Twitch?
Yeah. She was on Twitch, and she hit us up, and she was like a fitness model.
Yeah, and I think that was a scammer.
I was like, what?
Yeah, we can't be that lucky. Like, what are we doing? I'm an overweight Italian guy, and you're in better shape. You're in better shape than I am. And she's like, "Oh, you guys are so great," And then I just love it when you get. I just love. Well, actually, here's something. Look, I don't mind helping people out. Okay, now somebody got a hold of me last week. I haven't talked to in ages, and they're like, "Hey, Bubba, what's up? Hey, can you loan me $5-10?" I'm like, seriously? Like, who the fuck? No, yeah, like, no offense, who asked that? Unless you got a drug problem. I said, can't you ask some of your family members or whatever?
What can you get for $5, Bubba?
You can't get anything for $5. Nothing.
You can't get a foot long.
No, well, you could get for $5. You could get 2 hot dogs with no cheese, and you'd have to get a small fountain drink at Sheetz. You can't even buy. I think you could get 1 energy drink and maybe 1 hot dog. $5, you'd get $1.14 back in change if you got a gallon of gas.
Yeah, I don't know what an energy drink would cost, but
I shouldn't know, but I do. And I need to wean off them tomorrow.
$2.
Yeah, well, I need to wean off them tomorrow, and I will. But and I'm like, you know what? It's like, look, I can't be. I'm not giving money to a female. Look, I'm a married man. God damn it! And I was like, my wife.
Yeah.
She's like, well, ask your wife. And then she asked me. She's like, well, what did your wife say? And I'm like, first off, I thought she was. I was trying to get scammed. So I hit.
Oh, what's happening, Bubba? They know you are the big owner of the wrestling company.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
you're a baller now.
No, she's from Indiana, and I'm not going to throw her name out there because she doesn't listen to my shows anyway. But she's on my Facebook and Instagram. Okay, and then I wrote her on Instagram, and I'm like, hey, do you know something's going on your Facebook? And they're asking me for money. And then she was like, oh, it's me, Bubba. And I'm like, what? And then she's like, a couple of days later, she's like, hey, did you ask your wife? Is it okay if you ask for,
So she wanted you to Venmo her?
I don't know. And I wasn't going to. And then I looked at Instagram, and she's taking pictures of fucking horses, but she wants money off. What? I don't know what's wrong with people.
Like I watched a thing on TV where this woman gave this guy $1.5 million. I'm like, what kind of game do you have to talk someone out of $1.5 million?
You'd have to have a lot of game. I mean, I'm trying to talk people into a wrestling show, not take $101.5 million.
Or just click subscribe,
Yeah, subscribe, and if you don't like what the information that we're giving you, I mean, I know there's a lot of other podcasts out there. I mean, we don't have like girls with their cleavage hanging out. Like what the hell is that dance? The hell?
The Broncos.
Oh my God, that guy, that jacket looks goofy looking.
It's like the 90s starters.
Yeah, he looks like an extra from Kenny Powers or he was he was a tight end. He was a 2nd-round pick. Holy shit, he looks like he's like 50 years old. He looks like he's part of Vice Principals on Danny McBride's show.
Is it Gog? What's the guy's Walter Goggins?
Did you watch Fallout yet?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Okay, I'm behind. The only thing I've watched was wrestling, and I watched the first episode of Shogun.
I actually reloaded the game on my phone and played it for like a day straight.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't.
It's a mobile game and it's stupid. You just gotta like build shelters, and then you pair little guys up that have charisma, and then they go procreate, and then they you assign them to like different rooms based on their skill, and then you
No.
go. It's so freaking dumb.
Yeah, I haven't played. I have a PS4 downstairs. I think I got the Game of Death.
No, it's for the phone.
Oh, okay. I can't do.
It's a
You
free
know what I
game on
did?
your phone.
Well, for the phones, I did digital comic books, Marvel Comics on my phone, so I could try to get caught up, so I wouldn't have to open them, and I just put them in backboards and go and read them where I probably shouldn't be reading them, but I have to take like one panel at a time because we'll take my reading glasses and expand it. I should put it on my tablet here, but I really don't because I'm always on my laptop doing podcasts or trying to do the website or trying to do wrestling stuff or trying to promote. Like I need anybody that's an IUP kid or a young little kid who's actually knows computers and is real tech savvy that wants to, be part of a wrestling company, come my way. And if you can, pizzazz up the website and, you can, be the administrator. That's where Kal-El comes in, but he's been very busy and very sick. So,
Oh yeah, saw those primes. Hopefully feels better.
well, he's always something. I think Lisa had COVID last week or something. Like they always been sick.
Oh
It's
my
probably
gosh.
water.
I gave a trade that week I was in Morgantown. That following Monday, I get a call when I'm back up here in Pennsylvania. And this girl that was in my class, she's like, I tested positive for COVID. I'm like, okay, so, well, she's in the safety department. And so she makes a big deal out of it. And I'm like, okay.
You're like,
So I tell my boss and she's like, yeah, it's cool.
oh, there you go. Yeah, for us, we got to take like 5 days off and we don't get paid for it. And I lose all my sick time a couple years ago, and I wasn't even. Somebody tested positive, and I'm in the same room, and I've tested negative, and we're in the same room, and I'm like, well, Jesus Christ, I'm going to be positive here pretty soon. And then I got sick, and then I was negative, and then I had to take all my time away. It's ridiculous. So, okay, we're very close here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks. And then, well, yeah, the WWE, I don't know if it was a good draft because it's after 10 now. So the draft, I think they just got Braun Breaker somewhere, and that's the only draft pick I know. And a signing of Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles for the pay-per-view that's going to be on at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's all I got. So, but I also can watch it again here. But it is what it is. Raiders are up now. DeMar Glaze. What a name. DeMar Glaze. So, hey, people, thanks for tuning in. I mean, I always thought we had 46 eyes looking. Maybe I was wrong because now I know what live views are, and I don't see any. I don't see any on YouTube's. I don't know how that works. And yeah, it is what it is. Like, hey, man, what are you gonna do? And the Facebook is dead. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Let me see here. I'm getting a message. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything. But anyway, I'm going to promote a little bit more here. Like I said, RWA Wrestling Retreat. They are bringing the Murder Hawk Lance Archer into the house. AEW. Lance is like a monster. So if you ever been there, get your tickets. Wes Newton, RWA. No retreat. No surrender. PWX tomorrow night. Pittsburgh Brawl, not Brawl. Pittsburgh Brawl. I know Horsepower will be in there. Horsepower. So that's at the McKeesport. Yes, McKeesport. I am. Yes, the APWF didn't. When PWX was around and APWF was around, we had to use their license, and we had to be NWA PWX presents APWF because we had to use their license. So that was the only affiliation that we had with PWX. Just want to put that out there because people, wrote it on websites, and I was just like, hey, that was not true. So anyway, Rise Wrestling, May 1st, Brawl for the Barn. I can't see, that's a long way, but 7 to 9. Wow, 2 hours at the La Roche University. And also, if any wrestlers or any people that want to become wrestlers, go to the Stronghold Training Center, proud sponsor. They did sponsor the APWF show. A different federation with their training school. actually, being a sponsorship, and there's open tryouts. They had people that have wrestled in NXT. Lee Moriarty wrestles in AEW.
Wow.
Lady Frost, TNA, Impact. So if you want to become a professional wrestler, sign up, get a hold of Rise Wrestling, and go to Stronghold, and sign up for it. So there you go. Stronghold Wrestling at gmail.com. So yeah, Dean Radford is the trainer, and we are going to have the Fight Underground Heavyweight Championship that's never been defended in a crowd before at a live event. The champion, Reverend Ron Hunt, will be challenged by Christian Noir. So that's the Fight Underground Heavyweight Championship, June 23rd. So we got a title on the line, including the NWA world title. And speaking of the challenger for the NWA, will be this guy tomorrow night. Big time Bill Collier will be going against, Savage Gentleman Victor Benjamin. Both look in shape, but my money's on Bill. He could be the longest reigning IWC heavyweight champion, I think, after this victory. And him and Elijah Dean at the last show was pretty good, and Elijah Dean's wrestling. And also they're having it's at the Ross Traver Gardens because they have all these guys, the Dudley Boys, WWE Hall of Famers, WWE Hall of Famer Ron Simmons and Teddy Long, Tommy Dreamer, and Elias is there. So that's like 5:00. You show up and get autographs, and $60 tickets, and general admission's $30. And they make some money. So IWC.com. If you like IWC, there'll be at Ross Travers tomorrow. And I think that's all the independent wrestling stuff, because I'm the only guy ever that actually advertises everybody. You know what I mean? So I'm not out telling everybody, or I'm not out kissing anybody's ass. I'm just doing what I think is right, because it's better to advertise everybody. And, I have an open door policy with wrestlers. Sometimes you can make it, sometimes you can't. I totally understand that. Just because you wrestle somewhere else and you wrestle for me, and you have another gig and you can't wrestle for me, it's not like I'm never going to have you again. That's just stupid, but that's just me. But also too, I've had, everybody, I want to say this though, if you guys listen to the show, anybody that's contacting other wrestlers, you don't have to. I appreciate it, and I thank you for that. But professional wrestlers in Florida, I have to pay for their airfare or their transportation. And there's a lot of guys around here that are very, very good that hasn't been seen. So it's better for them to drive in a car, economically sound. But I appreciate that you want to look for talent for me. I commend you for that. But we are okay here looking for stuff. People are sending me stuff. I'm trying to get the best rates I possibly can, because it is a business. I'm not looking out to get rich by any means. I'm looking to make sure the bills are paid and the boys are paid. So yes, but thank you for your help. But I honestly, we can do it ourselves. And I want to get people that can drive, not fly in, especially independent wrestlers. You know what I mean, Shane? Like, I could see if they're a bigger name, that could be a draw just because they're good and independent down in Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A $400 friggin' flyer rare to come up here it's not worth it. That's not even, that's not even logical. We're very close, Cincinnati. Hopefully we get pretty good here. Oh, the guy from
Pittsburgh. What's Mark saying about the Bengals right now?
I don't know. Well, the guy from the tackle from Pitt went to the Colts. Our boy Chad Henry, man. Speaking of Chad, see, this comes at an opportune time, because let me see here. Where's it at? Oh, yeah, Chad Henry. He's a scout for the Indianapolis Colts. AHT, verbal violator, and 15701. I think these were his calls because Chad in high school overcome cancer. So those are his fundraiser stuff, I believe, for his cancer stuff. And he is actually sponsoring the main event for the NWA title, where it's EC3, the world champion, defending his title against big time Bill Collier. So I got to get a program made. I got to get other stuff done. I got stuff to do because it'll be here before you know it. I got to check on the ring, see where that's coming at, because I'm gonna put it.
You know what I was thinking, Bubba? If I had a smoking jacket and a pipe and an ascot, I could just sit in this chair with the fire
Oh
going.
my God, yeah, that looks good.
Be the Steelers snob
with your glasses. Put your glasses down at the end of your nose.
Just talk shit. Like
you'd be like real snotty.
Yeah,
real
like
snotty.
Everything goes back to the '70s Steelers. If it's not
the
'70s Steelers, it's crap.
Oh, my ass is starting to fall asleep. I've been doing this podcasting and sitting friggin' a day and a half. Plus at work, I try to walk around, but my job's not real.
I'll tell you what. I watched back and saw Punksy Pete. It looks like he stands for his stuff.
I think he did. He was a little hyper. He was bebopping around, and then he was like yelling at his mom. I thought he was like getting some meatloaf or something. I don't know. And then I guess he jumped on smoking smartest man in Philly's NFL elite banner.
Yeah,
I have so many people. I have so many people with nicknames. Unreal. Yeah, something about chicken.
Spencer Rattler. Did they get Spencer Rattler?
I don't know. Well, let's see. Cincinnati. No, they got receiver Jermaine Burton from Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Seattle is up. Seattle, Arizona, LAR, Los Angeles, and Steelers are up before Cleveland. So hopefully we put the screws to Cleveland at 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I believe both the YouTube and Facebook is dead, Shane, but that's okay. People can pop in. It is what it is. What else am I going to do? Yeah, the Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals, Rams, Steelers.
And we're just exciting, man.
Yeah, well, the Seahawks pick is in. Well, this is the second time I did this. I think I did this last year too. So, because realistic on Fridays, it's like it is the pulp culture show with wrestling and shows and TV and stuff. When we do like top tens and stuff, when we do like a pick show where we have everybody come in or wrestling, and we have a smorgasbord of people. I mean, we do have people come on. I mean, it's me and you on a Steeler stuff, and then me and you sometimes on here, and you got like 6 other shows too. So Jesus, we're all busy. I mean, every single one of us got something. Everybody that
but this show's my priority. I enjoy it more than the other. I don't feel like a burden sometimes.
I don't think this is. I think you could be yourself and be funny and not worry about it because it's all. I mean, I just punch it in about the title and write and boom.
That's right.
Sometimes I get the graphics. Like the hard part is when we do our NFL shows, and I get all those graphics. But I know how to do that now. So that after a season of that ain't nothing. And I get a couple graphics, and I have a whole bunch of stuff on the side with the sponsorships because I do appreciate all the sponsorships, and they're getting way more than their 8 plugs. I mean, 2 months of. I mean, they are getting plugs, and I think I still will do. $50 and $25 for sponsorship. You'll get plugs. You'll get in the program. You'll be on, I'll put you on the website, I mean, that's pretty good. It's a good sponsorship. It's a percentage of the ticket sales is going to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive of Indiana County. So, I got to get a hold of radio station and the Gazette. And I just got to look at places like Punxsutawney. I wrote that today. Punxsutawney, Kittanning, Indiana, DuBois, Altoona. I don't want to get too far in Altoona.
You should put a flyer up with that. And this probably go against your diet, but there's a bakery in Ford City. Ooh.
Well, I don't have to eat. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Chris Elliott today, fellas. Thanks for coming on, Chris. I think you're the first person in a while. I think we've probably killed everybody or bored. I bored them to death. So, hey, Chris, who do you think the Steelers are going to draft in this 3rd round pick? So, I mean, maybe people are listening and they just don't want to comment. Some people, just like to listen or, I mean, it is what it is.
Fine.
I mean, it's Friday too. I mean, people work all day and tomorrow's supposedly a nice day.
And really, I think an ice cream sandwich or what's he eating? A moon pie or Little Debbie?
Who is?
Nick Saban.
Oh, I don't know. I missed that one.
Oh, he
said receiver. Chris said receiver. Okay, Seattle pick is in. Yeah, tomorrow night at the Eagles is Jared Berry. I interviewed him. He's going on his country tour tomorrow night. He's going to be at the Eagles. I like to see him play. I'm not in the country, but I like to support people that jump on the show and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so busy. I'm going to try to get a yard done, and I need to do outside work, inside. There's just not enough time in the day. I mean, here I am doing
No.
podcasts. I'm sure I could be more productive, I guess. I don't know, until I crash here, which is coming soon. You know. Yeah, here's the main event right here. I just want to put that out there. There's the main event. Shazam. Boom, boom, boom. Big Time versus EC3. Yep. Do I have everybody? Yeah. Breakall Productions, Las Vegas production company with special effects, proud sponsor of the APWF. And Phil Bender, PP&J, Cold Six Packs, Deli Groceries, Skilled Games on 286. It used to be the barbecue place. He came back from he was down for the count with I think he had lung cancer or something.
Oh boy.
He it's in remission. He's changing his format because he doesn't make it a restaurant because it's hard to find good help. So he's putting it in like a convenience store, with bulk meat and cheeses and stuff like that. He's still going to do his if you ever had smoked deviled eggs. Phenomenal.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, so if you guys are looking for smoked deviled eggs, go out to PB&J's out on 286, out like over the hill from me. Yeah, and Phil was at the wedding reception. Man, he gave us a nice big plaque and stuff. Great. And he, like I said, Phil's thing is in remission, and God bless him. And and I'm just trying to advertise. And one more show is the Bunker Club. Troy Fritz, proud sponsor of the. Yeah, look at that. He has all these clubs, and I'm sure the experience will, pay it back and, give a donation out to his stuff. You know what I mean? So Chris Elliott said, good 80s band at Grayston Coral Building behind the club Saturday night. Yeah, I don't know what, brother. Like I told Shane, there ain't enough time in a day to get stuff done. I haven't even been to sleep yet, hardly. I think I might have slept 15 minutes in this chair this morning, Chris, and I went to work. So right now, I'm looking at almost 10 hours of podcasting in less than a day. So plus working. So 10 hours of podcasting, 8 hours of work. That's 18 hours. And I'm definitely going to sleep in tomorrow. I got to mow my grass. I hired Brandon's son, Ty, to do it, but it's the weekend. And then when it rains, it gets so thick. Okay.
Yeah,
Cardinals.
It's going to rain tonight.
Oh, don't tell me that. Shit, really?
It's going to rain tonight for a couple hours.
Good God. I'm so mad. Shit. Son of a bitch. My grass is going to be ridiculous.
It'll dry out quick tomorrow. It's going to stop at like 8 in the morning.
Oh, Jesus, God almighty. Tip Redmond.
What a name.
Yeah, Tip O'Neill. Remember Tip O'Neill? Okay, yeah. The Rams are up. Thanks, everybody, if you guys are hanging out, man. We appreciate it.
So we have how many more picks are the Steelers here?
We got the Rams and then the Steelers. We got one.
Yeah.
And then the Steelers. Yeah. And I don't know how. I wonder. I'm going to look on Rich Smoke. I'm going to do NFL Elite and see if there's anybody on his site. God. Let me see here.
Rams pick is in.
Well, then the Steelers are up next. I don't know. We'll see. NFL Elite. Oh, maybe he's done. I think he's done. Nope. Wait. Oh, he was live. Oh, he tapped out. Ooh. Uh-oh. Rich Smoke tapped out, man.
What about Mark?
Wait, is he still on? No. Okay, let me go to Mark here. Yeah.
Blake Corum, Michigan, running back.
You got this new. Wait a minute. What the hell? I see you looking. What the shit? This ML, this Meta AI is ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Come on. NFL Elite. Oh, Steelers. Hold on. Steelers Nation,
Picked
Australia.
up pretty soon.
Yep. Steelers Nation. Steelers. Oh no. Well, he doesn't. He must. I have to go probably to YouTube. Yeah, he doesn't do
that's where I was
Facebook.
at.
I don't think. Steelers Nation, Australia. New video. He might be. Wait, he's live right now. Yeah, he's
Premium. All right, here we go.
he's live.
Steelers are pickers in. Here we go. Oh, do you want it? Hang on. You want it?
They're still partying, man. Yeah, we're listening to him.
Steelers pick is in.
There it is. Steelers Nation, Australia. On my phone.
You're gonna get my actual reaction. What's it? Oh, sorry. What's going came up? Stop, man. Who'd you even say? Hey, Bubba. Oh, I know who you said. Let me react. Sorry. It came up in something and I saw. Sorry. That's all right. I think I half heard what you said. Do it again. Wait. I'll make it into a short later.
Okay, who we got?
They're gonna pick Roman Wilson, that white kid from Michigan. I bet.
Well,
Or Jaden Hicks would be good from Washington State.
that's somebody's dad cheering. That's a lot of people. Steelers pick is up right now. Steelers are next. NFL Elite banner. They tapped out. Steelers Nation Australia is going strong. The Triple B Experience / Steeler Dynasty podcast is going strong too. But the fumes, we're running on fumes, people. The pick is in. 84. The pick is in.
All right, they're going to be coming up here soon. Let's see what they're going to pick.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's up before Cincinnati here in less than 10, I think. Hopefully, I got 2 hours and 26 minutes. Jesus, God almighty. Pick is in. Who's this? Who is that? Wait, let me turn this up. I don't know who the hell this is. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're going to pick Roman Wilson.
Damn, you need to play the lottery.
I'm 3 for 3, Bubba.
Oh, okay. Let's see his stats here, man.
Yeah, I saw him. He had a penalty that almost lost Michigan the national championship. Then he came back and had 2 big plays and won it.
Is he a white guy?
Yeah, he's like light-skinned kid. He looks white.
There's our slot receiver.
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna be a.
Do you think he could be better than? Okay, 12 touchdowns.
He's good. He's real good. He's small.
Okay. Okay, we're. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. Oh, hey. Oh, let me invite Rich. Fuck yeah. Okay, Rich. Keep echoing. It's coming. Oh, shit. Wait, what? Is this? Oh, that's 409. Okay, I sent it to him. Okay. Okay, that's a good pick then. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm okay. Hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I mean, we're on a last leg.
You can use him. He would be good for a kick. You could use him as a return guy.
Well, no, we got Patterson. We got Patterson as our return guy.
True. Yeah.
So he'll probably be a slot, him and Calvin Austin, or he'll be a possession receiver. I mean, hey, whatever. I knew they were going to draft a receiver. I'm okay. That's three offensive picks. Now they got to draft a corner. Corner. And that's still a third round pick. So they got, and really,
they have another one coming up at 10 picks.
Yeah. And then I'm tapping out.
I hear you, buddy.
Well, I sent it to Rich. Because right now it's the Cleveland Browns and then the Eagles are up. Then we can hand a baton of football knowledge to the smartest man in Philly, Rich Smoke, for jumping on. Like, good God. I mean, I can't, and I can't tap out here and go to Mark's podcast. There ain't no way. I can't fucking do it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, there he is. I'm already at like 10 hours of podcasting. What's up?
Hey, look at this guy.
I'm actually on the phone with Mr. Danny. If you remember him from the WWE.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Over here,
hey, Danny.
We're chatting. He's like, "Hey man, you can't ditch me." I'm like, "Nah, bro, you've been on the phone with me the whole." I'll tell you what. In your life, you get very few ride or die guys. I got kind of screwed tonight, and I won't explain why. I won't go into detail on why.
Can I guess? Can I guess?
But can I just? I'll tell you what. The show had, and thank you for any of you guys that are watching this show that watch my show. I had over between my personal page, the group page, the YouTube, and the Twitter. I had over 40 viewers at the same time tonight, which is the most we've ever had on NFL Elite Banner.
Yeah, we had that too tonight.
We've had now I've watched, so I have, as you know, Bubba, there's a behind the scenes business platform on Messenger and all that where you can see the numbers. But we've had more overall from a consecutive, like overall for a whole show. But it was the most. Yeah. But it was the most viewers we ever had consecutively live at the same time.
Now,
so and granted, I went out. I had a business meeting that I had tonight, which you popped on, by the way. So thank you, Kenny Meyer. By the way, thank you. The amount of energy he brought to the show. I was pretty flat. I thought that
he brings his people. He brings his people, brother.
Well, you know what? I thought that it was going to be a little bit different. And unfortunately, some promises were not met. And I won't go into detail because it doesn't matter. It's all about having a good time. It's the NFL draft. We're all enjoying ourselves.
Right.
I could say many, as we all could, right? We're a podcasting group.
Sure.
Some things go well. Some things don't pan out.
I agree. Yeah.
And rather than digging into that, what I'll just say is I appreciate the followers and the viewers that have supported me tonight, because when I was like, you know what, this is a waste of my time, you guys rocked out with me for an entire hour.
So it gave you a little bit of energy, because when I went look, me and Shane were talking. I'm like, I'm going to go to Elite Banner and see if they're all on. And then I was like, oh shit, he's done. I'm like, oh no, he tapped out. And then it's hard because you probably had stuff planned that didn't go. I understand. I know you don't have to tell. So there was. Well, I'm glad you come on. I'm glad you come on.
So what was tough is, and the third round's tough. The second and third round solo is really hard. So first round's hard.
My.
We were talking about stuff that had nothing to do with football or anything.
So as you know, being a solo podcaster in general can be a challenge. So it is nice. But we all say, oh, we can do anything. And that's true. We could if we wanted to.
Yes.
You got to at least give me. But I could. And Bubba can, and so could I. And Bubba knows I could. However, you have to give me a heads up so I can prepare for a solo night, so I can build the content, have things ready to prepare myself for that.
Sure.
But when I go live, expecting a joint venture,
So
and I'm alone, it's very hard.
How long did you go tonight then?
I was about an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, so
That's pretty long.
Well, totally. You went almost 6 hours.
In total, I went about 5 hours, 24
But
minutes
realistically,
and change.
But now you're on this show, so it counts of podcasting times. And really,
yeah,
you know what I mean? You're looking at 6 hours total, 5.5 on your show.
The Eagles just traded again. Jesus Christ. The Eagles are trying to build up some late round picks here.
Well,
we traded with Houston back at 78. We moved back to 86, and we just traded to San Francisco, which is shocking because we hate San Francisco.
Well, like I said, I told Shane, I said, after this draft pick, I'm fucking tapping out. I said, I'm looking at goddamn 10 hours.
Yeah.
This is something. Oh, hey. Hello, Dean.
Dean.
That's
first of all, Dean
boys.
is one of my guys, and Dean, thank you. I saw that he loved reacting and he was commenting. Again, Dean, I'm sorry that the NFL Elite banner was not capable of fulfilling our promise of the entire night too, but I did my best. Love you, man. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Some changes are coming.
I just did this just to do it, man, because this is I combined the pop culture wrestling show, and I was during all the stuff I'm promoting stuff, and me and Shane were talking about, I don't even know what we were talking about, good look mean girls and good ugly girls.
That was last night for us. I mean, again, you came on the show. We went 4 hours and 2 minutes before we finally shut it down.
Well, yeah, that's and I told Shane, I go, he was done about. He's
midnight.
And I said, it was like 12 minutes to go, Shane, and I'm like, hey, Smoke, just take it the whole way to the 4.
It was,
and then
we were talking about, you know what, we're done. Like, we have nothing left. The draft is over. It was about 11:54 or 11:53, and Bubba's like, dude, just take it to 12. Like, just take it to 8 more minutes.
So
like,
how did you end up on Mark's show after that, Bubba? Because I thought you'd just be done.
Yeah. I just happened to listen. I just happened to listen to Mark's, and I'm like,
Bobby, you were beat, man. I was watching you on Mark's show, and I'm not insulting you. You're a fucking champ, and you've always been a fucking champ. And I will say, watching you join that crew of guys that just woke up a few hours before, that's hard, man. Like, you podcasted with you guys in the realm, then you came on my show for about 25 minutes or 30 minutes, and then you joined a crew of guys that just been up for like 2.5 hours, and you were trying to hang with them young bucks, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Bubba's really pushing himself to the limit, man. It was like a Rocky training montage going on. I'm like, holy shit, Bubba's pushing to the limit. You know, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
They've been on my show, and I didn't even know it. Like, this one dude named Gus.
Who knows, man?
Gus, he was changing his fucking shirt every 5 fucking minutes. He was changing jerseys. I'm like, what the fuck do you got? Like a phone booth or something? And they were partying, dude. Like, they were partying hard. And I was sober, and I couldn't keep up with them. And I was like, they were making me laugh. And I'm like, I'm looking at my clock, and I'm like, holy shit, it's 3:00. Oh shit, it's 3:30. And they're like, Bubba, what do you think about the draft? And I'm like, oh shit, it's 4:30. And dude, Mark just didn't tell anybody he stopped it. He just quit.
Oh, really?
And that was it. Yeah, he didn't tell. He just shut it off. Like, and he didn't tell anybody. And he was laughing about it. And I'm like, well, that's the best way to go. And we were still chatting a little bit after that. And I'm like, holy shit, I got to go to work. And I did. I went to work all day.
It was. I enjoyed last night. Actually, I will say that Freight Train.
I thought it was cool.
So what Freight Train and I talked about last night was sometimes it is.
Thank you, Dean.
So first of all, the goal, and you know this, Bob, and we've talked about this, and we've said the same thing on your show, which is the goal is we want everybody to enjoy the show. We want people to come on here and enjoy it. Like, you've always said one thing that always resonated with me, which is even if one person watches and has a good fucking time, it makes it all worth it. Whether it's 2 hours of content, 3 hours, 30 minutes, whatever it is. Like, for example, and I think what we did last year was extremely successful for Triple B, for ourselves, whatever it was. You know, me, you, and Shane, we started something last year, which was obviously doing the Pick'em show. And when we first did that, we thought, okay, nobody's going to watch this shit. It's just going to be the three of us talking shit, picking random shit. And whatever happens, happens. And it ended up becoming one of the biggest things in the Triple B experience, which is awesome, which is great. And,
Turned into
and, you know,
20-minute show turned into an hour.
And we ended up tied. It started at 20 minutes. It became 30. It became 45. It became an hour. Our longest show was like an hour and a half because it was just so good. And then the one episode was an hour and 39 minutes, and then rotated where all of us started doing a fucking Steelers podcast 11 minutes later. Like, hey, let's screw it. You were like, you know what? We're just going to roll this right into the intro. We're going to right back to the Steelers show.
Let's
go for another hour. So the three of us is like a 2-hour thing. So it's always been a good time. So one thing that me and Freight Train agreed on was, you know, monetary would be nice one day down the line. But for now, what's nice is if one person follows the whole way. So last night we had a consecutive following of 7 viewers the entire time on the main page.
That's good.
We had 8 on my personal and 6 more on YouTube. So altogether we had 21, 22 followers continuously through the night. And I'm like, you know what? We talked about doorknob changes and fucking, you know, how shitty modern day intellect is when it comes to the fact that we can't come up with a better idea for a doorknob. It was a good time. It's just, unfortunately, you know, things happen and, you know, changes are going to be made to the NFL Elite banner. I think what's going to happen here. I think one thing that me and Freight are going to discuss sometime tomorrow is a rotation of guys. Nobody's being fired. Nobody's being removed. I love Freight Train. Freight Train loves me. It's a family dynamic.
Bring Kenny on.
You have to have consistency and dedication.
But that's the thing. You know, I was.
I don't have to worry about the little people in my life because I don't. So you guys do.
I postponed. So I'm not sure if you saw the post on NFL Elite Banner, but we postponed. I mean, Freight Train has a lot of kids. I mean, it's hard to be a podcaster. Have 5. You know, you work a full-time job. You got 5 kids. You have a wife. You have responsibilities. It's very, very tough. So by no means am I discluding him because I mean what he deals with is very, very hard. I have 1 kid. And 3 dogs,
you also have a job, your business.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and you know you're busy.
Yeah, so I had a business meeting tonight. We went out and had a few IPAs, and we were just chatting about some future endeavors, which could actually be very lucrative for my family. So I didn't have much of a choice. However, I was fully aware that going live was a possibility, but unfortunately, he had some baseball stuff going on with his kids. I'm like, you know what, we'll push it off. So when I went live, the ideology was I was expecting a few guys to join me, and luckily, shout out to Kenny because when I was having a hard time finding some guys to show up, and I'm not embarrassed to announce any of this because as you become a podcaster, you have to be aware that things don't go according to plan. You know, I mean, sometimes what you think is going to happen is nowhere close to what actually does.
Murphy's Law. I was doing that. I was doing this. Yeah. I was doing this because I thought I was at Sheets. Burns called me. I go, yeah, Burns. I said, I'm going to do stuff tonight. I said, the NFL, I'm just going to do some NFL stuff or wrestling stuff with the experience. And he goes, Bubba, the NFL starts at 7. And I'm like, shit.
Yeah, well, I told you that last night.
Yeah,
so we were supposed to go 7 o'clock to the end. And I just want to say real fast, shout out to Danny in Connecticut. You know, he called me up and he was like, man, why'd you end the stream? What are you doing? I'm like, dude, it's just first round's hard to go solo. It's really hard second and third round to go solo and not have anybody to bounce off of. And he's like, dude, I know you ended it. Let's go live again. And it's hard, you know, to go live twice in one night and just have it be a little mixed match. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. But shout out to Danny because he's a ride or die, man. We've been friends for 12 years.
Did you go back and do it, or did you guys go back on?
No, we didn't go back on. For me, if I don't have the best content to deliver, I'm not going to deliver. That's how I am. I'm not going to come on. Like I realized about an hour and 20 minutes in, the steam was kind of dying off. I had a ton of followers and a ton of viewers. It feels wrong to me to force you to sit there and watch me because you want to support me, but I'm not able to offer anything. And at that time, the Patriots were on the clock, for example. They had some Make-A-Wish people come out. Every pick was like 11 minutes long, and I'm like, dude, I by yourself, it's hard to fill 11 minutes at a time to fill each pick. And to go all night, I'd be going right now by myself. What the fuck am I going to come up with? I mean, what do I have?
Well, I seen Shane in the comments, and I said, Shane, I'm throwing you a pass. I'm throwing you the link right now. I was just going to do it.
Early.
I was just going to do it
until 9.
Well, and honest, I drank an energy drink. So
8:30. 8:30.
I'm trying to get Burns. I'm drinking coffee, bro. I'm drinking coffee. I
tried to get Burns to come on. He wouldn't come on.
Because I'm trying to shove all the IPA out of my system. You know, that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Burns, what's your email? And he's like, his email was like, I eat pink. at gmail.com. I'm like, is this your I go,
Dude, you know, dude, Burns pisses me off, dude. I try so hard to hate Burns, but then he makes me love him 10 seconds later. It's so fucked up.
Oh yeah.
I go, is this your real?
Burns for me is a toxic relationship, right? So like, Bubba, you've heard me. I used to shit talk him so bad on the Pick'em show and the college show.
Oh, I know.
And he would message me like a half hour later, dude, I love you so much. So I'm like, fuck, man, I love you too. But like, wait, I think I do. I don't hate you.
I tried to get him on tonight.
What is going on?
College. I go, Burns, just come on. I go, even if you're drinking a drink, who cares? I mean, it's Friday night, and if people are look, I'm like, hey, if you pop in, fine. I thank you. I appreciate you. You know, Ralph Williams is back in. He said, nice receiver, 3rd round pick. One for the Steelers. Hey Shane, he said, let me know about Sunday. He said, Shane.
Email me.
The thumbs up, email him, Ralph. Chris Anderson is in town. Hey, I was at Sheets grabbing something to eat real quick, and I was telling Shane, I said, one of the guys that we know come up to me and he's like, hey, Bubba, love your stuff. He's like, keep doing what you're doing, the wrestling stuff, because he saw me in my first match. He knows me. Oh, my God. Larry knows me for 40-some years. He jumps on the show. He hits like and stuff, and he's like, hey, Bubba, keep doing what you're doing. He goes, it's good stuff, and you're bringing stuff to Indiana, the area here and stuff. And I was like, well, thanks. I appreciate that. So, I mean, doing the podcast stuff is hard. Like, but you know, it just I got to keep plugging away. That's all. You got to do the same thing. But NFL knowledge. Your NFL knowledge, Smoke, is unparalleled. Like you can talk about anybody and anything. Like I can bullshit, but I can't bullshit my way if I don't know what the hell who this guy is to this team and this guy to that team. I mean, I only know the Steelers. And realistically, I don't even know the receipt. Shane's the one that was 3 for 3. He's the one that fucking took everybody the Steelers picked 3 for 3.
So can I just say that the Philadelphia Eagles really surprised me this evening? So first of all, first round, Kenyon Mitchell from Toledo falls out to 22. The Eagles, by the way, Howie Roseman was reported to have made over 30 phone calls. He had 4 trades locked. One was for pick 12. There was 3 others between 12 and 20 that he had locked in to make the pick for Kenyon Mitchell. So pick 12 comes. He goes, wait a minute. This is weird. There's like all quarterbacks being drafted and weird tackles and shit. I never see this called. He cancels it. He says, never mind. The next trade was like pick 14 or 15. They call him up and say, hey, do you want to officially acknowledge the trade? He goes, you know what? No, I'm going to wait a little bit longer, see what happens. He just declined it. They made their pick. Pick 18 comes, the last trade that he had locked in. They go, hey, man, you ready? Yeah, you know what? If there's no corners taken yet, we're at pick 18. No matter what, I got 4 guys I'm cool with. Didn't make a trade. So that's what happened last night, which was crazy. Was a lot of these GMs had plans to trade. Pittsburgh was rumored to trade. Philly was rumored to trade. A lot of teams were. However, you guys got a top 12 projected offensive tackle at number 20. The Eagles got a top 15 projected corner and got him at 22. That's the only reason why you saw less trades last night. That is the only reason why the trades did not go crazy was you didn't have to. All the guys that we thought were going to be taken in the top 20 went in the back 12. And actually, Adonai Mitchell went to the Colts at 40. Cooper DeJean went to Philly at 42, which nobody saw coming. All those guys were supposed to be top 15 picks. And they went way later.
Let me ask you, Rich, do you think when the Falcons drafted Junior, that messed everything up?
My jaw dropped.
Do you think that messed everything up a little bit?
There was a few things that threw the draft off. And I'll tell you what, the first one was Joe Alt going to the Chargers. I think so my mock draft, for example, because they got rid of Keenan Allen, they traded him to Chicago. They cut Mike Williams. Freight Train and I both said offensive line's possible, but they have to go skill player. They have to go wide receiver. There's no way you go forward without having a star wide receiver. They have to go Malik Neighbors at 5. And then, so 4 would have been Marvin. I got the first 4 picks right, and I figured 5 would be Neighbors, 6 with the Giants, which would have been a Dunze. I had 7. I had the Titans taking Joe Alt at 7. So 2 things threw the draft off. The Chargers took Joe Alt when nobody saw that coming. They took Joe Alt at 5. Which forced, J.C. Latham to go number 7 of the Titans. Number 8 becomes which nobody saw coming. Atlanta taking Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah, nobody's seen that coming.
I said the whole time, I don't know if you guys were watching the show, I've been saying Bo Nix to Denver all year. I've been saying it all offseason. People didn't believe me. Everybody said I was crazy. I said Bo Nix was going to Denver all year. Sean Payton loves a precise quarterback. Well, guess what? People forget Drew Brees led the NFL in completion percentage for 5 years in his career. Well, guess what? Bo Nix had the highest FBS completion percentage in NCAA history at 77.4%. I said he's smaller like Brees was, has a huge arm like Brees does, super precise, and he's very, very mobile in the pocket for a small white dude. Everybody laughed at me. Guess what? Went number 12. So two things threw it off. Joe Alt going number 5, nobody saw coming. Penix going number 8, nobody saw coming. Nobody. I had mock drafts submitted to me for the giveaway, for the $50 giveaway.
Right.
Nobody had 14 offensive players in a row coming off the board. No,
and nobody had 6 quarterbacks.
I had 47 submissions of mock drafts. 47.
Oh, that's awesome. Who was your winner?
I didn't go through it yet. I was going to do it last night, but I decided I'm going to wait a little bit. I want to enjoy the draft. I want to enjoy the draft. I want to have fun with it. I mean, listen, it's free $50. I mean, somebody's going to win the money regardless of what I do last night, tonight, tomorrow. I had work too. It's during the week. That's the only thing.
No, you're not doing this. You're not doing nothing until next Thursday.
So I'm going to announce the winner. I haven't decided if I want to do it during the week, during a private live where I might just pop on for about 15, 20 minutes, or if I wait until Thursday to fully acknowledge the winner. I mean, the winner's going to know during the week. I'm going to let the winner know privately. Okay. Hey, you won. And I want to give them the option to come on the show if they want to. If they don't want to,
that's fine. Awesome.
If they don't want to, so be it. I mean, nobody's forced to.
Some people don't like to come on.
Some people don't enjoy the live. So if they want to come on and acknowledge the win, so be it. If they don't want to, no problem. I don't care either way. But I'm gonna let them know privately. They'll be given the option. Hey, let me know by Wednesday. If they want to come on the show and they want to brag a little bit, hey, I trashed all you guys on the mock draft.
Sure. Yeah.
It's fun. It's a good time. But I will say, I appreciate you guys for having me on. By the way, I know that it's been a little bit of a last.
Oh no, anytime, man. Now, look, I mean, it's
a shitty night for me, man. It's a shitty night.
Well, it's a community. This community here, this podcast community. No offense, and I'm going to toot, is very strong. It's very strong with strong personalities that can come in and be a utility player at any time and be a host or be a whatever at any. You know what I mean? And that's good stuff. Like there's no other, I mean, there's other podcasts, don't get me wrong. I mean, I give props to, Mark and his stuff last night because his consistencies every day, he does stuff every day. If it's a 5-minute or an 8-minute thing, or he does a live, I mean, those guys, he quit a show and then he did a reaction show for another 3 hours. No, see, Burns, get your goddamn ass on here. Sorry.
So wait, Danny's not a big football guy. He knows some football. Did you see that MJF went to Raw or SmackDown? Did you see that? He went to SmackDown. I'm wondering if Danny got this wrong. He said MJF went to SmackDown. I said, wait, he's AEW. Danny goes, no, he's the guy from NXT. MJF is AEW.
Yeah, MJF is MJF is AEW.
But there was rumors he was leaving AEW.
Yes,
so I didn't see that because I gotta research this shit now, bro. Yeah. That's true. That's fucking crazy. That's the biggest guy in AEW.
I had SmackDown on because they were doing a draft at the same time. The NFL draft.
He's right here. He's on the phone right now. You see a little green phone icon. Danny's on the phone right now, feeding me live information on WWE shit. I'm wearing my WrestleMania shirt right now. Actually, you know what? Let me show off the shirt real fast. I was their shirt, right? Check this out. Ready?
Oh yeah, let's see that.
Hold on. This is the Philadelphia WrestleMania shirt. And let me say, it was $40 fucking for this shirt, by the way, for a basic fucking cotton T-shirt. So WrestleMania with the bell, right? And then it's I was there is what it says. I mean, I'm not going to fucking sit here and show my ass off to the crowd. There's not much of an ass to look at. I'm not as thick and stacked as Shane and Triple B here, but yeah, it says I was there on the back with the XL. Dude, when I tell you, and I haven't been a chance to go live with you since, by the way, but WrestleMania. So I have never been to a Raw. So what was crazy was I was talking to a few guys in my section when I went to WrestleMania. And they're like, "Oh man, how many shows have you been to?" I was like, 0. I was like, 0. He was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" I was like, I've never been to one. He's like, wait,
This is your
not a
first one.
regular Raw. You were never at a dark show or a Raw or a SmackDown or a smaller PPV. I'm like, no. He's like, you just ruined wrestling for yourself forever. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, because now you're gonna go. He's like, because now you're gonna go from WrestleMania, and then you're gonna go to a regular Raw and be like, what the fuck is this trash?
Yep.
He's
You're
like,
already at the
you're
high mountain.
You're gonna go. Not only that, but you chose Sunday at WrestleMania. I didn't go to Saturday. I went to Sunday. And I'm a big Seth Rollins guy. Let me say, I will say that they did him very well. They did him very well. And by the way, for those of you who follow Bubba from wrestling and football, no, but I want to explain something. As a Philadelphian, I'm born and raised in Philadelphia. I was seeing a lot of hate on Seth Rollins for the costume. Now, for those of you who don't know, every year around New Year's, we do a thing called a Mummers Parade. The Mummers are one of the most famous things in Philadelphia history. So what he was wearing was not some female gown. He wasn't trying to be a clown. That was a Mummers costume. We do a parade every year.
People don't know. People don't know.
So,
people sit on their phones.
What was cool was where I sat was actually behind the tunnel where they all you can't see them. I mean, there's a big black cloth. There's a big
right.
It comes from the locker room exit where you see the players come from, and it goes all the way to the stage. But when KO was making that intro for the triple threat match against Randy Orton, it was funny. You could see the light of the camera. He was following. You see on the big screen KO walking, and you see the white light. I was actually able to see exactly where that was taking place. But when Seth Rollins came out, all the Mummers were off to the side. I sat behind the stage a little bit. Dude, what a fucking experience, man. I'll tell you what, when Damian cashed in, the whole stadium goes, the whole state. Well, I was so mad I didn't make the WWE show. I got every pick right, by the way. I never sent it to you, unfortunately.
Oh, damn. You should have.
Well, Danny will tell you. I told him what my picks were for WrestleMania. I went undefeated at WrestleMania. I went undefeated.
Nice.
And I really wish I would have fucking submitted them. But either way, it doesn't matter. But, dude, what a fucking experience. If you've never been to a WrestleMania before, you got to experience one. You got to experience one. Yeah. Again, like the guy said to me that was sitting next to me on my left, I'll never appreciate a Raw or a SmackDown in my life. I'll never appreciate
you didn't even work up. You didn't even work up to it. You already hit the.
No. So I went with my cousin PJ, and he's been to Royal Rumble. He's been to Survivor. Sure. He's been to SummerSlam. He's been to Raw. He went to NXT, SmackDown, you name it. He's done it. For the last 20 years, he's been a part of all different ones. He was there for the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia last time, Elimination Chamber. He traveled for, and he was like, dude, I've been to 20 different wrestling events, 25 different events. This is my first WrestleMania. And he's like, dude, you skipped all of that. What the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know, man. But now I'm a little nervous because I'm like, you know what? So Danny is going to Raw on May 6th, which is when the roster is finalized, which he's upset because Seth Rollins won't be there and all these guys.
Well,
I'm like, dude,
he's got heel up. He did.
Yeah, but you know what?
He's the MVP. He was the MVP of.
But you know what though? I think that Raw might be more special than Danny realizes. That is the last night to final the rosters, which means some weird pop-up shit's going to happen. There's going to be some pretty good promo shit that night. But
they're going. The PG stuff is done.
What's funny though is he paid more money for a. I mean, granted, he's sitting pretty close to the ring. He's paying like $365 to sit in like 3 rows. I sat fucking nosebleeds. My nose was running all night long with blood. But I paid $290, and I got pretty high seats. But it was the experience that you paid for. I mean, the energy in the arena when everybody came out. Nothing like it, dude.
Oh,
what an awesome time.
I can't go I will never go anymore because I went to see Flair's last match for $50 in Orlando. I can't
what sucks is, fucking little wise child over there, Mr. Kal-El, sending me photos of his fucking section. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, you little prick. It must be nice to have somebody pay for your ticket for you, you bastard. And I don't know if I'm sure he sent them to you, where he had Jake Paul sitting behind him and Undertaker behind him.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, everybody, it's funny because I had to come home and watch WrestleMania a second time.
Sure.
Because when you go in person, you don't hear the commentary.
Right.
But so for example, when CM Punk starts beating the shit out of Drew McIntyre, all we see is the chop, he's doing the whole crotch chop thing, whatever, but you don't hear what's happening. All of a sudden, the whole fucking arena goes purple because Damian Priest comes running out. Watching it on TV is actually better. So for those of you who've never been to a WrestleMania, you're missing out on the live feel. However, the view you're getting is way better. You're getting a way better televised view.
Yeah,
that's like going to a football game.
The temperature dropped. So when they first went on, from Seth Rollins' match against Drew was about 65 degrees. It was actually pretty hot because you were kind of cooking.
Okay.
I was wearing a sleeveless shirt. That was a Seth Rollins shirt.
Hey, your pick is in.
But I'm waiting for it. By the time though that the corny ass Philadelphia street fight, I hated that match. By the way, it was a fucking garbage match.
Oh, it was a shit.
That should have been Saturday. That should have been Saturday's match. By the way,
they can't.
They could have swapped that for something else. Saturday should have been that Philly fight. But when that came, it got a little bit colder. It dropped from 65 to 51. By the time the main event took place between Cody and Roman, which Roman, kudos to you, bro. It was cold as balls out there. I was shivering.
40.
You're out there walking slow down the ramp, fucking baby oiled up. It was 41 fucking degrees. It dropped 24 degrees within an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Kudos to fucking Roman Reigns. You know what?
I watched it in my house.
Call him a fake tramp if you want. How fucking cold it was. Kudos to Roman Reigns. Kudos to fucking Roman.
It was a good match.
If you watch him, his face never changes once. He stays straight face. He stays in character.
He won't be back for a while. He won't be back for a
Well,
while. He's doing stuff with his family. He's trying to rest up the storyline and all that stuff.
Do you think Fatu's joining the WWE? I heard he already got signed. The rumor is he's already signed.
Probably a couple weeks, I believe. He's great for that storyline, and that storyline is going to carry over. It's going to be a Survivor Series where it's going to be Roman against The Rock, and Roman's going to have the Usos with him, and fucking The Rock's going to have all the young guys.
Eagles just got an edge rusher.
I saw that. I like that because obviously Brandon Graham's not getting younger. You lost Reddick. You picked up Bryce Huff. Nolan Smith was not as good as he was supposed to be last year. Jaleel Hunt is supposed to be a pretty good edge rusher. I mean, again, he fell to where he belonged. I mean, I thought Philly might go a different route here, but edge rusher, Houston Christian. I don't know what the fuck that is, but kudos to the Eagles, I guess. We'll see what happens.
So Rich, I kind of feel you. My first soccer game was a World Cup game.
Oh, you're a dumbass too. There we go.
And I'm just like, I've never been to anything else. Well, I've been to like a kid's soccer game after that, but
somebody was saying to me, somebody asked me, "Are you an Eagles fan?" I said, "Well, yeah. I mean, I'm wearing an Eagles hat. I'm wearing my Eagles. I mean, of course, I'm wearing my Eagles."
No, really? They said that to you?
Well, there's a lot of non-Eagles fans there. I mean, obviously, they're just there for wrestling. Some people travel from Jersey, New York, Maryland, you name it. We actually had a guy
all over the world.
Well, I had a guy sitting next to me about 3 seats to my left who was actually flew over from Honolulu. So he was from Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
And he brought his whole family. It was like 11 of them. So it was a bunch of Samoans.
They're freezing their ass off.
Well, the experience of Mania.
I'm from here. I'm cold as balls. Dude. Y'all have to be fucking freezing. I mean, y'all.
I wasn't going. I was not going and fucking paying that, and I knew it was going to be cold. And I just
the one guy from St. Paul, Minnesota, looked like he was pretty warm, and I'm like, yeah, well, no shit, you're fucking warm. It's like 1 degree where you live at all year round.
But also too, if I'd have known Hogan and stuff, and we're going to do the fan appreciation stuff like Craig for my show. Craig got a picture of him and Hogan. I would have done that. Like
I saw that picture on his profile picture.
Yeah. So I mean, that is the only thing. I mean, I've been to one. We had something we had one at the house. Shane come over Saturday, but it's just I knew it was going to cost big money. And I mean, it is.
You know what it is, though, and what Shane just said is true. He went to a World Cup match, and the reason why somebody asked if I was an Eagles fan was, like, "Are you an Eagles fan?" I said, "Of course." They're like, "Well, let's put it this way to put it into perspective. Imagine never going to an Eagles regular season or preseason or training
going to the
camp.
Super Bowl game,
and then you go to the Super Bowl and the Eagles play the Patriots. That's what you just did." And I was like, "You know what?
Hopefully you won.
That's kind of true. That's kind of true." But I'll tell you what, man, the experience of what you pay for. Same thing with this show, right? I mean, like whether you love what we're talking about or not, you pay. You show up for the experience. What he has to offer and the cast and whatever it is. But what an amazing experience it was. It was weird. It was weird because I'm not as big into wrestling as you guys are, right? I'm not.
No, I'm bigger than all three of you. Shane just is like,
So me and Shane are very similar when it comes to wrestling, the Megacast, which is we're casual. Now we're starting to learn a little bit more of the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Me and Shane talked one-on-one one time. We called each other. We're like, dude, these guys know too much shit. We don't belong on this fucking megacast. So we agreed that hey, what we're gonna do is
you're bringing a different style and or something.
Well, we just agreed. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pay more attention to what the fuck they're saying. So as Chris and them start talking about a lot more of the in-ring stuff, I think me and Shane have been a little bit more appreciative of what takes place in a match.
Yeah.
And now I will say that I am more educated than I've ever been to where I can watch a match now. And I thought I noticed missed spots, and now I really notice a missed spot. Like now, it ruined it for me. You guys all ruined it for me. Now missed spots are so goddamn obvious, you know. Like now, like I watched WrestleMania and they were showing a glimpse of the triple threat match. I think KO jumped top rope and he missed by a mile, and you could tell. But Randy's like, "Oh my god, my shoulder!" I'm like, "Come on, it wasn't even close." Like I get it. Listen, we all know it's not real. I mean, just for the record, but it wasn't even sellable. I mean, he missed him by like 37 feet. I'm like, what the fuck kind of a miss is that? Come on,
you got to make it believable.
You can tell it was supposed to be a better jump. I don't think he got as much balance off the top rope as he was supposed to. And it sucks because the old me would have missed that completely and be like, who cares? It's a cool ass move. But ever since you and Chris and Donnie and some of you guys started talking a little bit more about the in-ring stuff, now I'm like, fuck, I know this.
I know.
This sucks. Now
I know that's happened to me. That's happened to me when I first started wrestling in the first 2 weeks. That's what I was watching wrestling differently. I wasn't watching it for the entertainment purposes. Yeah. I was watching it for what I could catch and what I could see and what was
funny.
Missing.
I mean, me and Danny, and Danny's on the phone with me right now, and if he wants to, he can yell loud enough to be heard. But we used to talk about like how bad the storyline was or whatever. And now we criticize like, oh my god, did you see her miss that move completely? It wasn't even close. I mean, did you see that miss? That the power bomb was supposed to be powerful. You could tell she let go too soon or whatever it is. And I'm like, holy shit! Here we are breaking down technical moves of WWE when 6 months ago I wouldn't have gave a shit.
Right. Well, yeah. Oh.
It goes to show you how hard that is.
Jacksonville is up, everybody. Cincinnati's on deck. And then last but not least is the Steelers. And the
is this the end of the third round?
Is going around. Yeah. Well, we're almost the last Washington's the last pick.
Folks, I have broken the record for the longest draft stream time since Mel Kiper this year. And I'm the only person that it's actually tolerable to listen to for over 6 hours. I think I'm looking at 3. I don't even know what we did yesterday. I got 3 today. I got 3 with. I think you had 245. I thought you had 245 yesterday. I could be wrong. I was watching you on my phone while I was going live, but I try to support everybody's show.
Oh yeah.
I was tuned in. I commented a few times. I was commenting on your show while I'm going live on mine.
Well, I never went live on another show, it's your show, and then did mine at the same time, and then I was like, what the? Yeah.
Usually, to be honest, I wouldn't allow it because it's a little sloppy. But due to my circumstances this evening, I was not left with many options. And by the way, Bubba, I appreciate you.
I know you do, and I appreciate you.
You know what? Could I do it by myself? I could if I was.
I know you could.
If I was told ahead of time, hey, you're going live alone, I would have a better plan. But when you find out you're going live alone when you're already 45 minutes in, it's a different challenge. It's a very, very
yesterday's show was 3 hours and 34 minutes and 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So I got 3 hours tonight, so I'm looking at almost 7 hours and 2 shows. And then I think your show I jumped on for like a half hour. And then Mark's was 3 hours. I had to get the fuck off.
I'm being told to check my front door real fast. Give me 1 second.
It's
kind of scary, actually. I think Danny's trying to pull like a Law and Order SPU on me.
Hopefully you got a pizza or something coming. Cincinnati is up, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Steelers draft, and then we are going to wrap it up. And Shane and myself, we'll be back next Wednesday.
I gotta
talk about
my turkey hunting, so I gotta get up early.
Talk about the draft picks that we did pick next week. We'll have we'll ask the Magic 8 Ball some questions, and like I said, I appreciate everybody for hitting like and subscribe, and next Wednesday night here at 8, right there, Steelers Dynasty podcast. And then next Thursday night at 8 o'clock is you guys, NFL Elite Banner. 8 o'clock Thursdays. I try not to do anything on Thursdays. I try not to. I really do.
So we're trying to. So Bubba, where did you get your logo revamped? One of your followers revamped that.
Which this one?
No. Remember when you did the Triple B experience? One of your viewers made it look like
Jeremy Chaplin. Jeremy Chaplin did like 3 Bs and stuff, and it was like the city and stuff. Yeah.
You got to reach out to him and ask him where he did that at. I'm trying. So I want to revamp. So the reason why I chose a little bit more of a what you would call a matte type format was again, we were new. I wanted to see where we were going before I put too much time in.
Right.
But I am looking to revamp. Some changes will be made. I think the show is going to be more based on Rich Smoke with a rotating cast, which is what I think my future might be. As I'm into the freight train. So before you no, hold on.
No, I
take it the wrong way.
I didn't take it the wrong way.
I think for him, I think it's too much pressure right now to have to balance between the realm, myself, 5 kids. I don't think it's fair for him to hold him to a high expectation of doing 2 shows.
Is it like this stuff right here?
Yes.
That's one of them. Yeah, that's Jeremy Chaplin. I think you could do Larry could do stuff like that. Oh, Steelers pick. But no, I understand what you're saying. I mean,
I think sometimes you got to make the show bigger than yourself, right? And that's 2 people to tango. And for me, I feel guilty because I think the expectation for both of us is really high, obviously, but we both have a full-time job, and
you can't. He's doing too much.
You
guys are doing your show Thursday, and then he's doing his Steelers show right after that. So if you guys get into some heated conversation, if you get, it's okay.
It's 3 dogs barking at once.
Get the dog the headsets. If you guys are getting into some good conversation, and you got to cut it short because he's got to go to another show.
Well, that's the thing too. Is yesterday was kind of tough for him because he felt kind of torn. He felt bad because no matter which way he went, somebody was gonna be mad at him, and I'm not sure if those guys are mad or not. I'm sure they're not.
Nah, I don't know.
But he's wearing himself thin. Where there's a lot of shows where you got to do both, and you can't be in 2 places at once. And he tried. He was going to bounce off of ours and go with them, but he's like, you know what? They got like 6 guys. They're fine. Yeah. Whereas if I leave, you're by yourself. I mean, we got to make this work.
Well,
but for him, it's not fair. I think the expectation is to be a father of 5.
I was invited to the draft party. I mean, I had to pay, but I was going down, and then they didn't. I mean, no offense, if I wasn't doing it, it wouldn't have happened. I mean, that's because. But I wanted to do it since I got the Steelers Dynasty podcast. Since I got this podcast, I figured it's about the podcast to try to do it. Now, like maybe next year, I might not do it next year. I might be down at Stage E hanging out with goddamn some Steelers and drinking some beer. Like Ralph was hanging out with Charlie Batch and shit, and Calvin Winslow was there with his yellow jacket.
You mean Kellen?
The old man was there. The old man was there.
Well, I mean, what it comes down to is, I mean, obviously we dedicate ourselves to what we love.
This is hard.
But we love this, right? I mean, it's not that it's hard. It's their sacrifice that people don't realize. Whether we're monetized, the problem is whether we're monetized or not, it's very hard to sacrifice.
Corner.
We give up time with our kids. We give up time with our spouses. We give up time for our hobbies. To do this.
Tammy's a saint. Any other woman would be mad with me doing. You know what I mean?
I don't think people realize that.
No, and I do this. Plus, I run 2 podcasts and I run a wrestling company now. I'm in the middle of starting another podcast here. I'm planning it out as we speak. What are you trying to do?
So I am thinking about, because I mean, I have I'm from Philadelphia. A lot of my followers from the show, a lot of my viewers, like Dean's a Steelers fan. However, he's from my area. I went to high school with him, middle school with him, elementary school with him. I've worked with him for probably 15 years. A lot of guys have been asking me, "Hey, man, when are you gonna do something Philadelphia based?" And I've never done that. I've always swore I never would. I'm an Eagles fan.
Like Philadelphia history and sports and all that.
I might just go. A
linebacker, Peyton Wilson.
I hate that. I hate that.
Why would
I
they?
hate that move.
Why the fuck?
I hate this move. No, so first of all, linebacker makes sense. He's an interior linebacker. It makes sense. But I think we're all Pittsburgh's in trouble. I hate to say that, but Pittsburgh's in trouble. If you're a Steelers fan, if you're a Steelers fan and you're watching this draft, you're filling holes that need to be filled. Don't get me wrong. First of all, Fontenot, I agree, was the right pick. 100%.
I thought they were going to draft a cornerback. Like
you would have. However, Fontenot is supposed to be a top 10 pick, top 12 pick. You guys got him at 20. You got to take him at that point. I don't blame you at all.
Yep.
Here's my concern.
I didn't know he was okay. What's your concern?
Here's my concern. Even prior to tackle, even prior to this linebacker, even prior to whatever else you've done, there is a very obvious weak spot of the Pittsburgh offense. That is the wide receiver core. When you have a quarterback battle taking place, which is what we're about to look at this year. This year is about to be the start of what do we do next. So obviously Pickett is gone. We bring in Russell on a 1-year deal. Fields is on a 1-year deal. We're trying to figure out who's going to be the starter of the future, who's the starter of this year, how long will they stay the starter, et cetera, et cetera. It's a whole crazy story. Right now, you have a number 1 in Pickens, which is great. But then you have a bunch of number 4s. You have, Van Jefferson. You have Kes Watkins. You have Calvin, Austin III.
I don't think they're done yet. They're not done yet.
I agree, but the problem is this: they've waited too long in my mind.
If they get Boyd,
tomorrow's here's the problem. Boyd's number 3. Boyd's a 3. The only guy that you could possibly get at this point that would be talented enough would be an Ayuk. But the problem is you're going to have to go. You're going to have to go up next year's first round. Next year's first round gone. And you have to go to second round. It would have been this year. It would have been this year, and it would have been a first rounder, probably 3rd, and a 5th or a 6th rounder, which is way too much. Pittsburgh can't afford that. So the problem is at this point, there's nobody left in free agency. Odell Beckham is the best receiver left. T. Higgins is not enough to take you over the top. He's number 3. You're going to have him as a 2. That's not going to work. I feel like what Pittsburgh had to do was take a wide receiver in the second round. There were still guys left. Philadelphia traded up, for example. We had 2 second-round picks. We had 2 second-round picks. I'm going
to argue with you. I think we're okay because we're going to run the ball, and Freiermuth's going to have more than 3 touchdowns.
But here's the problem, though. But you're going to have to. This is the modern day NFL. Now, if we're talking 90s, 80s,
this is what it's going to be, though. The modern NFL is not going to be in Pittsburgh. It's going to work because the defenses are going to be. It ain't going to matter.
So you're an AFC. No, I'm just trying to give. I'm just giving my. I
understand. I'm
not Mel Kiper. I don't claim that I know all. I don't promise that.
Just saying.
But let me just say for the record. The modern day NFL, you can try to switch things up and say, you know what, we're gonna run the ball 50 times. We're gonna pass less. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna change. We're gonna change the momentum.
In a realistic football, if you're running the football, the defense is sitting on, and you're taking time off the clock. The only offense, brother, is the Kansas City Chiefs running down the field.
But you're in the AFC. The
I
AFC
understand that.
Is a pass happy division.
I understand that.
Here's the problem. If you let's just say, for example, you guys were to pull off the improbable and make the AFC Championship game. We'll just go that route.
Okay.
We're going to say the Steelers have the best season possible. They win the wild card. They win the divisional. They play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. They are a team that no matter how much you run the ball, they can score so quickly you won't be able to keep up. Running the ball is not going to be enough. You're going to have to move the ball in the air. The problem with the NFL is you can win a few games on the ground, 100%. There's certain teams you'll play against, like the Browns proved it. With Nick Chubb, some games they can win with just Nick Chubb. They can do that. But when they lose their games, and they lose by a lot, the Browns struggle because the pass game has to step in. The problem with the Steelers is, yes, you have a hell of a run game. You're building the O-line. You got a bunch of young pieces. But at some point in the modern day NFL, where the average quarterback throws the ball 45 to 53 times per game, you have to have some kind of an aerial attack. And aside from Pickens, there's nobody else to throw the ball to right now. You can argue whatever you want. You can say Calvin.
I'm not saying Calvin Austin. I'm saying Pat Freiermuth and Pickens, and you run the ball.
But
look, if our tight end's getting 8 touchdowns, it's better than any fucking tight end except for Travis Kelce.
But he's never done that.
He never had a quarterback to throw him the ball.
Well, the Panthers just took
retired.
McCaffrey.
Well, McCaffrey ain't going to be around.
I mean, listen. For example, we're talking about we're talking about a tight end in 2 seasons. Last year, he only had 30 injuries and different. I get that. I get the fact there's a different quarterback. However, You still can't tell me that this guy is going to go from 32 catches, 308 yards, and 2 touchdowns to all of a sudden being a 1,000-yard receiver.
I didn't
with
say 1,000
70
yards.
catches.
I
You're
said
saying 10 touchdowns.
765 and 8 touchdowns is way better.
His
And you
first
got-
year was 7. His best year was the first year, which was 63 grabs, 732, and 2 touchdowns.
and who was throwing Ben?
And they still struggled.
Well, I mean, but he had a quarterback.
Wilson's
still a quarterback.
Definitely value tight end, but don't overvalue tight end, because at the end of the day, you still need guys to take the top off the ball. And the problem is, what's going to happen is
it's going to be based on tight ends.
Pittsburgh
Smith is going to be all tight ends with the double tight ends, and they're going to run the ball.
I'm telling you,
just saying.
If the draft ended right now, let's say the rosters were locked in from this moment on, I give Pittsburgh 10 wins. Right now,
10 wins gets us in. As long as TJ Watt doesn't get hurt, we're okay.
If the roster, and I was right last year, by the way. Last year I said ceiling was 11, but I thought maybe 10 wins, and I was dead on.
Yeah,
when you guys were saying 14 wins.
But those
3
games, they lost to fucking 3 teams that fucking were 2 and 4. They were out coached by. I mean, that was a 3-game losing streak, and they would have had 12.
But I'm just saying again. I'm an unbiased view. I don't hate Pittsburgh. I'm not a Steelers fan.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying right now. I'm just saying if the Steelers, let's say for example, the NFL say, hey guys, all rosters are locked right this second. We're not going to post a draft. Rosters are staying as they are. No more free agents. This is what you have to go into the season. I'm taking Pittsburgh at 10 wins, and the reason why is yes, I think the running game will get them multiple wins. I really do. I think the lack of passing game is eventually, not right away, it is eventually going to prove itself against teams like Kansas City. Even with Buffalo with having a lot of weapons. Buffalo's Josh Allen. Josh Allen's still one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He'll find a way to win games.
Who's Josh Allen going to throw to besides his tight end?
Look at Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz in 2020. Oh, I'm sorry, 2016 was the first quarterback in NFL history to have over 4,000 passing yards with 0 receivers over 800 yards, which he even said was extremely improbable. He's the only player ever in history to do that. Most quarterbacks have a 1,000-yard receiver. Now, Pickens will be a 1,000-yard receiver, no doubt.
Pickens will be 1,500, maybe 12, maybe 13.
If the roster stopped today, if the roster stopped today, he's double teamed. There's nobody else to cover. There's no worry. Kes Watkins was an Eagle. We've been begging for him to be good for 5 years.
I'm telling you, brother.
He's never had more than 600 yards.
They restructured $7 million with Highsmith. That money is going somewhere. It's not going to sign Justin Fields. It's going to sign. It doesn't matter. I don't know. They're going to get a receiver.
OBJ's averaged 4.5 games a season for the last 3 years as far as health.
They might make a trade. Who knows? They might make a trade for next year and give a fucking number 1, and we don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Debo Samuels fucking want to be out of 49ers. I don't know.
That's why what my exact point was. If it were to stop today, I have 10 wins tops. If you guys were to find a way to
okay. I just want to get in the playoffs. I don't care how we do it.
But I just want to get
in the playoffs to get that one.
You got to have a higher expectation. We all want a Super Bowl. You got to be realistic. Everybody wants a Super Bowl.
But the expectation is to win. Brother, I've been a diehard all my life, but I'm telling you, I just want to get that over the hump. Super Bowl will come in time, but you got to win this. You got to win. You got to take the first step. The first step is winning a playoff game, because we haven't in such a long time, and we had great fucking athletes. Man, we had Ben and Brown and he's gone now. We had all 3 of them, and we fucking couldn't beat anybody. I like to argue, and I'll argue till the cows come home. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, we can argue. We'll argue all season long. I'm sure. I know we will. But it's okay. You know, I mean, you got to worry about your Eagles trying to capture the division. Don't worry about the Steelers doing whatever. You worry about the Eagles.
First of all, I got a shout out. Hold on, sponsorship moment before I go any further.
Okay.
I made the mistake of telling my best friend in Connecticut, Danny, that I was hungry and I didn't have any food in the house. I was like, shit, this is gonna suck. I had to power through. This kid just ordered $50 of fucking Domino's. Got it sent to my house without telling him. My dog. That's why my dogs were barking. I didn't know. He's like, dude. I'm on the phone with him still. He's over here on the phone. He goes, if you don't go out the fucking front fucking door and look on your fucking doormat, I'm going to punch you in the throat. I'm like, what do you mean? Why would I go outside? It's fucking 11:30 at night. I don't live in the best neighborhood. 2 pasta bowls, a salad, and some kind of a side of wings.
Well, that's a hell of a guy. Damn,
I'm like, holy shit.
I'm going to order you Domino's.
Shane, you're slacking, bro. I mean, Bubba's over there waiting for Domino's.
No, Bubba's
going to. Shout out to Danny. Danny's a real one for this one.
I'm about to. Danny there.
When I hop off of this podcast, I'm tearing this shit up.
Look, Steelers drafted a linebacker.
We're hopping off.
We're done. And look, next
As for
tomorrow,
your
another
Eagles,
day.
as for your fucking Eagles comment, I am not worried about the Philadelphia Eagles this year because we have two of the best receivers in the NFL. We have a
Take
stud of a
$90
running back
million.
if he stays healthy. We have a
Healthy.
phenomenal defense that we put a lot of money into. Our secondary just got 2 pieces younger.
There you go. Tell him to send him some.
That's actually my stepdad, by the way.
Oh, he wants
so
some
thank you,
Domino's
Justin,
food.
for tuning in.
He wants some
But,
Domino's food.
The Philadelphia Eagles are the real fucking deal. So get ready for it. Get ready for another
Well, we got all
crazy
season. We got. That's why we love
Dallas
it, brother.
Cowboys are garbage. They're going to pay Dak Prescott $60 million next year, which I can't wait for.
Well,
Fuck Dallas. Fuck the Giants. Fuck the Commanders or the Redskins, whatever you want to call them. Go Birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. And one more year to go deep into the playoffs, and we're going to beat them 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings.
There we go. Wait. I'll let them chirp. Everybody, thanks for tuning in to another night at 3 hours and 24. That's right. Cry Eagles cry, says Greg. I appreciate all you guys. Please hit like and subscribe to the Triple D Experience, to NFL Elite Banner, and to Steelers Dynasty podcast and the APWFWrestling.com. Get tickets. Thanks for everybody for this lovely last 2 days, and we will see you guys Wednesday at 9 o'clock.
And I'll see you next Thursday at 8.
There you go. So everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you guys later. I am done. 15 hours of podcasting is enough for me. Later, guys.